Next in line.
Yeah, hi. You probably have me in there under Shmeev.
How'd you end up in here?
Oh, God. Look, I just thought Dead Body Man was kind of mediocre.
Oh, we get so many people with that one.
Just tell me the eternal punishment.
Okay, well, you'll be staying in our medium well suite.
Oh, great.
3 meals of thumbtacks a day.
Wonderful.
Watch your step. This place isn't up to code at all.
Alright. Well, nothing to do now but to wait and suffer. Might as well make the best of it. If y'all can still hear me up there, listener discretion is advised.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Juggalos, Juggalettes, and those who don't identify as such. This is Juggalo Judgment, where two friends take time out of their busy schedules to sit down, listen to, and analyze music of the Juggalo variety. You're joined by your hosts, Mike and...
Hi, this is Shmi from Juggalo Judgment. You may recognize me from such hits as Juggalo Judgment Episode 0, What the Heck is Juggalo Judgment? Juggalo Judgment Episode 1, Carnival of Carnage, Juggalo Judgment, the board game, Juggalo Judgment, the movie, the game, and other Juggalo Judgment related activities.
Do you have that written as a script?
No, I was going to, but then I forgot because that's what I do. And I was just like, as you were coming up to it, I was like, shit.
So, this is another episode of Juggalo Judgment coming at your ears.
I feel like we just did this.
Yeah, right. For returning listeners, thank you very much for continuing on the journey, and for people just jumping in for the first time. Welcome aboard. This is really fun for us to do.
It's good to have y'all.
It's so fun that every now and then somebody decides that they want to join in on this fun.
They want to invade our fucking space.
It's like America when it started out, and Whitey's
throughout
just
the entire existence of everything. Its time on Earth.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's actually why I hit you guys up. It was kind of in a racist way.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's true.
That's another voice, a third voice on this podcast.
I DM'd you guys and I said, hey, you know what? I'd like to invade the podcast kind of like, the U.S. invaded like all things in a problematic way.
What?
Damn.
Third voice. Who are you?
Hey,
Who is
guys,
your
what's
daddy
up?
and what does he do?
Colonizer.
What's up? My name is Mitch. Okay, can I get a round of applause? You two clap. Come on. Let's woo. Yeah, I'm on the podcast. Let's talk about Juggalo. I'm stoked.
Mitch.
Yeah, can we? Okay, so only one of you is chanting. That's kind of offensive. If we could both say Mitch, that'd be... Now, neither of you are doing it. Wow, that's terrible.
I'm just going to double up or like triple my voice. I'll put as many in there as I need to make it sound like a lot of people.
A chorus, please.
Yeah.
So, Mitch, tell us about yourself. What's the Juggalo world do to you? Or what do you do for the Juggalo world?
Never heard of ICP. This will be my first time listening. I'm intrigued by them. Yeah, I'm actually one of those like journalists that just goes to the gathering once a year and says, Juggalos aren't that bad, it turns out. So yeah,
love those.
I'm like an insufferable prick, and I'm really excited to be on the show, guys. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're gonna fit right in then.
Right? No, okay, no. I've been a Juggalo for a long time. I've been a Juggalo since I'm 30 years old now, and since I was about wow, cool. Well, when's your birthday? What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
I'm also a Cancer. I didn't expect to care about this,
real
but
talk. Okay,
yeah, hold on.
Okay.
What's your rising?
Wait a minute. I don't remember what that means.
When's your birthday? I just want to know when's your birthday.
June 26th.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm July 9th. This is great. This is great.
August 10th.
I'm the oldest person here. Anyways, go on.
Been down since I was about in the 5th grade. I was just one of those people that like stumbled across Insane Clown Posse on LimeWire and like Kazaa and stuff when that was a thing. When Ned Game was called the dating game, and all the song titles were wrong. And I stumbled across it and thought, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever heard. And my older brother's friends were actually juggalos. They were little like middle school juggalos. So I got into it, but it wasn't until I was 12 years old. The Wraith of Shangri-La came out. It's 2002. And I listened to it for the first time. One of my brother's friends had it on like a burn CD that he gave my brother. And I listened to that while over at my friend's house. And I heard the first track, like the intro and then the first track, and just Jay's first verse on there. I heard it and I paused it and was like, I can't listen to this right now. It's too good. It's too good to me. And then I revisited the whole album later that week and just listened to the whole thing when I got to the ending. Truth is, we follow God, bruh. Blew my little 12-year-old mind, and was just down ever since. Very down, like just wearing face paint on the weekends with my friends. Just got all of them into it. I have embarrassing stories about me like holding up signs in the town that I lived in that says "honk if you're a juggalo," and I'm like wearing ABK face paint. It was really, really bad,
That's awesome.
Then in high school, I was like, I'm too cool for this shit. Like, I'm not a juggalo. That's embarrassing. I'm emo now. I'm seen. This is the era of MySpace. This is the era of all this stuff. And so I completely ditched it and would just kind of poke fun at it like the rest of the world did. And I regret it more than anything, because once I hit like my mid-20s, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? This is the coolest shit you've ever been into. This is just the lore of it all, the story, the everything, even just the music. It's fucking good. And you're an idiot for being embarrassed by this shit. So I just been super loud about it since then. And yeah, my fans all think that I am joking. At least they did for the first few years. And, because I make music now and I do it for a living and I feel very, very lucky. But it's not Juggalo shit at all. It's just depressing indie shit.
I listened to a little bit of it just this morning. You got like that, like, if David Gilmour went electro. So y'all know already that like my job on this show is to make very questionable comparisons between things that usually aren't alike at all. I'm the only person that hears them. And in this case, it was actually just because when I thought I was listening to Mitch's regular work, it was actually a collaboration that he did with somebody else, which sounded that way. His own stuff is very weird, cool indie shit, and you should go listen to it. Don't listen to me ever when I'm trying to explain what something sounds like to you, because whenever you go and listen to it, you're just going to be like, what in the fuck is this guy talking about? He's the worst, and you're right. So back to the episode. Sorry, Mitch.
Thank you, man. That's cool. But yeah, I still get I just get DMs every single day from fans who are just like, hey, I saw a Juggalo meme recently and I wanted to show it to you. And it's just like at the expense of Juggalos. I'm like, man, this is whack. This is me. Yeah,
it's
they
okay.
don't.
I tried making myself a meme when I was in college to be like not a negative one. It was a picture of me the very last time I ever did face paint, actually, which was 10 years ago.
Wow.
And I tried calling it Good Guy Juggalo, and it was just stuff that's like, it's stuff that seems negative, but then like the bottom of the meme was like a positive spin on it.
Nice.
And I've actually had people hit me up saying like, oh, hey, I actually saw this. And I'm like, yeah, this was me. I started this.
That's dope. To start a meme, that's a cool thing to put on your resume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting whenever I hear about the people who left, they were big fans of the music, and then they stopped and then got back into it. Anytime I see people who quote unquote drop the hatchet, it's like, I had people tell me, like, when I started listening to the music, like, oh, you're gonna grow out of it, it's a phase for you. And I was like, nah, I don't think so. And then fucking it's 15 years later and I still listen to this music like religiously. And it's just really interesting. When I used to work at my this job that I was at for 6 years, somebody saw that I was wearing a Hatchet Man one day. A guy who was working in the same department as me, he lifts up his sleeve and he has a Hatchet Man tattoo.
I
and
love
I'm like,
when shit like that
awesome.
happens.
He's like, no, I don't talk about it anymore.
Huh.
And yeah, so he was like, I'm waiting for when I have money to cover it up. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, one day he's freaking rapping Blam by Jamie Madrox, like word for word. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, why would you stop that? But I mean, it's whatever. It's the way I see it is if you're enjoying the music and you do what you can to feel positive about it, you don't let it affect let it affect you in a negative light, then there's nothing wrong with it. So, it's cool that you jump back onto it and have continued from then on. And you've, when you hit us up originally, you mentioned your collaboration with a Psychopathic Records artist. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, Ouija Mac. I hit up Ouija a bit ago. We became buds. This was after he was in that Psychopathic Cypher, and they introduced him as a new artist, and I was like, you know what? This is really good. He's very talented. I like it. And then I got into some of his other, his older projects, Swagtooth, and I was like, yeah, he's very, very, very good. So I followed him on Twitter. He followed me back, and then I started seeing that he was posting some very progressive left-leaning shit. And it was like there was something that he posted that I actually reached out to him about, and he was like just kind of going off on transphobes, and I was like, like an artist on Psychopathic Records just boldly saying this stuff is so tight to me. That's so cool to me. So we reached out. We became. I reached out. We became friends, and then a little while after that, he's like, "I'd really love to do a T-shirt to raise money for some charity." And he's not perfect. He's still a juggalo, But he approached me saying, "I just want to do a T-shirt that says trans juggalettes are juggalettes." I was like, "We could definitely do that, of course." So we do something like that, and he was like, "And then we can give a portion of the money to." And I was like, "We don't give a portion of the money anyway. We give all of the money, Ouija. We give all of it to an organization." And he's like, "Yeah, but I feel like if we just take like 10." I was like, "We, being cis dudes, we can't take any of this money. Like we cannot pocket a dime of this. We have to give every cent to an organization. That's what we're going to do if you want to do this." And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I was like, "Okay, let's do it then." So
nice.
We did that. We made a T-shirt that said "Trans Juggalettes or Juggalettes." I didn't expect it to go well, and your boy was right. It went horrible. It went really not so great. It was a hard sell, man. It was a really fucking hard sell. But, they wrote about it in Faygo Lovers, which is really cool, because I was reading Faygo Lovers when I was like 13 years old, and I was like, oh, Scotty, he's writing something. This is
Scotty D.
And, man, the comments on that post were just the worst that I've ever seen. There's a lot of problematic shit in the community,
They were rough on there. I remember seeing that post way back when and thinking like, oh, this is really cool that they're doing something like this. And then just like scrolling through the comments, and there were a lot of comments on this post. And
yeah, there were
about 95% of them were like, "Wow, this is fucking trash," and all this stuff. And
they're
I'm
pretty
like,
vicious.
Y'all just, if you don't got nothing nice to say, just don't say it.
Yeah,
but there's some people who just, everybody's got an opinion, unfortunately, whether it's the right one or not.
But I'm glad that
we deal with.
We got the ball rolling with, as far as like a conversation goes, because I really appreciate, it made me really appreciate the juggalos that were actually down, that were actually like, this is awesome, this is progressive, this is cool, this is what we need in the community. And then, I made friends with a few of them, and it was really awesome. And then at the end of the day, it was a hard sell, but we sold all the T-shirts, and we ended up raising like $2,000 for a trans rights organization here in California, and it was really cool.
That's awesome.
That was really cool because that was one of the first things that you opened with, and whenever you first reached out to us, and I was just like, "That's fucking sweet." I saw Ouija Mac live. I didn't know who the fuck he was, but I saw him. He was
cool
on
guy.
the stage. It's cool to know. Like can you hook us up with him? Can you get him on the pod?
Yeah, I maybe can.
Dude, I'll say this.
I could just say, hey,
we won't get to his music, unfortunately, for like another 4 years at the rate that we release episodes. But like, testament to him, the dude does not stop. He has already released, I think, 3 mixtapes this year. Or is about to release his 3rd one. Like,
holy shit!
And they're not short mixtapes; these are long mixtapes. Like.
And they're in my opinion, they're pretty fucking good. But I like that genre of music. I like trap music. I thought it was really, really smart for ICP to be like, here's our new artist, and it's this. It's like SoundCloud rap, but it's like new age juggalo music, and I think that he's killing it a lot. His I think it was his Water Damage mixtape. Like I still listen to all the time. It's just got banger after banger on it. It's
nice.
It's great. And though we don't talk that much, it's usually about like, hey, how have you been? And then work, and let's do something else in the future. We're both just so fucking busy.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll bother him and just be like, hey, man, you're a fucking coward if you don't do this podcast.
I know that, who was it? Devro actually follows the Instagram page. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's
nice.
his producer. primary producer. I was like, that's
Nice.
really nifty. So you hit us up asking if you could be a guest on a specific episode. This one in particular, which is ICP's Hell's Pit.
I should mention that I hit you up pleading, begging.
It's true.
Relentlessly. I said, please let me on the Hell's Pit episode.
You use so many GIFs in it of various sitcoms and animated shows with various people pleading, prayer hands and everything.
Yeah.
I just searched desperate in the search and just started sending randomly. And then weirdly, like some of the gifts were me. You're like, how did you do this? And like, it doesn't matter. Get me on the fucking show.
So, Hell's Pit.
Hell's
Pit was first referenced in the Shangri-La album, right on Welcome to the Show. And it's kind of interesting to me because I feel like whenever the race Shangri-La came out, we all knew, or at least the Juggalos at the time knew. I didn't. I wasn't listening to this music at the time. But the people back then assumed that, okay, well, this is the end of the world. This is going to be the darkest, most wickedest shit that ICP could ever come up with, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't. That was not
work of fucking art.
That was not the
beautiful.
case. And we, when we talked about it, fucking loved that record. It changed my mind and became my favorite Joker card.
Oh shit!
It took over Jekyll Brothers. I still love Jekyll Brothers, but it took precedent. But aside from the track Hell's Forecast, there was nothing else, quote unquote, like dark and wicked.
No.
I mean, there's a couple tracks like Murder Rap, but I mean that's a cover, and The Staleness, but it's kind of them, kind of making fun of it in a way.
Right.
It was a very fun album overall.
But they did announce that Hell's Pit was going to be an album that would come out. I think it was supposed to come out in 2003, and then it got pushed back. But this is a record that I think this is what people wanted the Wraith to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because where the Wraith Shangri-La is super happy positive, this is not. Literally at all.
It's very not that.
Nope.
This is the darkest record that ICP has made, I would say, up until 2015.
I texted you after my first listen of this and actually said they finally did it. You have referred to different projects of Psychopathic Records as dark for a very long time, and every single one I'm like, this is just them being murder clowns like they always are. And then I get to this and I'm like, they fucking did it. I gotta hand it to them. They've done it.
This is dark.
This is bleak.
So this album released in 2004. There's two different versions of it. The tracks are exactly the same, but they did come with DVDs similar to the Ray Shangri-La. The one has the Bootlegged in Denver tour concert DVD, and the other has, I think there's another show on there, but it also has the Bowling Balls video, which is notable for being I think at one point it had the record for the longest music video at like 24 minutes long because it was essentially a mini movie. But it also was filmed in 3D. It has 3D glasses in it, and it was filmed in HD. So that was like a big testament to them. It was a pretty decent sized production. And unfortunately, the version that I have does not have the Bowling Balls DVD. But we will talk about that music video whenever we talk about the Psychopathic the Videos DVD, because the video in its entirety is on there, which is pretty cool.
Neat. The version that I bought when I was 14 was the 3D Bowling Balls movie version, and I loved it. In fact, I still have that DVD somewhere in my house. I don't think I still have the 3D glasses, but I watched the fuck out of it. I was like, this is very, very good. Even though, looking back now, it's like, it's up there with any B movie,
It's
but
not
it's also
amazing,
like horror.
But it's, for what ICP was able to do with their own production, I think it's really well done.
It's incredible. Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally get it. So, yeah, it's interesting, like, whenever they released the CD too, is they had, I think, two different stickers that determined which version of the DVD you got. But nowadays they don't have that. So I have another I think I have actually two more copies of Hell's Pit. One was from the first 6 box set that they released, and the other one was from the stupid mystery box that they did like 2 months ago.
Oh yeah,
to 10 CDs for $20, but they don't have the stickers on them. So I don't know if I have one of the bowling ball ones or not, and I'm not going to bother opening them to determine whether or not I do. They'll probably just get thrown away or given to somebody. I don't know. But yeah, so this record, they worked on it for ages, from what it seems like. But I think at this, if I remember right, at the end of, you said before that you had listened to the Behind the Paint audiobook. And I believe that Jay briefly talked about, around the Wraith era, and just after that, because it ends around the Wraith, is when Shaggy, I think, was going through some problems. He was drinking a lot. So obviously this was a different mindset that he would have been in, maybe whether it was, lack of focus or anything like that. But Jay, I believe he said, like, he didn't want to make this record, but it was kind of something that he had to do. Mm-hmm. And as such, he had to put himself in a really, really, like, dark mindset. I think I remember reading somewhere that he said he watched a lot of, like, murder documentaries and shows that like exclusively talked about that, which, I mean, that's if that's all you do, that's gonna put you in, like, a not good headspace, and it's gonna make you feel like crap. And I think it does show throughout this record.
He said similar things in the past too about Dark Lotus. Is that he had mentioned, like, I don't even like performing the songs. Like, they're just too dark. There's too this or too that. Which is funny. I think it's the albums he doesn't want to write or record or perform that I like the most. Somehow I'm just like, yeah, this is awesome. This is very good. Thank you, Joe.
That's similar, like Bizarre. Like, it was just records that he just did because they wanted to get out of their contract. And so we kind of joked about it, like, oh, were they phoning it in? But meanwhile, like,
I love the albums.
Yeah, they're
great.
I mean, there are some low tracks on there, don't get me wrong.
Of course.
But there's some of, like, their most popular songs in there. Let's Go All the Way is absolutely fantastic.
It's kick-ass.
It's a great cover.
Tilt-A-Whirl is wonderful. Like,
really, really good.
Obviously, those are two of the best tracks, and they made the videos for them. But still, like, it seems like the stuff that, whether it was made because it was to maybe appease one group over another, that, like, whether that was what he wanted to do or not is irrelevant. It's the stuff that what registers for the fans and what they like. That's what you have to do, unfortunately. And this is a record where only a handful of these songs, I think, are performed regularly at concerts. But it's...
I could understand that.
Yeah, like, they're few and far in between. And I think they did, at the one gathering, perform this record beginning to end. But I cannot remember for sure. But yeah, so as far as production goes, this was pretty average compared to, not saying the production was average, but rather who worked on it was pretty customary for the time. We have production by Mike P, Fritz the Cat, and Isham, with a little bit of Violent J strewn in here and there. But those are the primary people. We got no Lavelle on this one, despite him coming into Psychopathic recently. But it's just those three.
And we also have no guests at all on this album.
That is true. With the exception of some background vocals, there are no other actual artists from Psychopathic on this album.
It is Shaggy and Jay all the way.
Exclusively. And Juggalo is never said at all on this record. As Jay has said, he does not want to see one Juggalo in Hell's Pit. Mm-hmm. And also one more thing that should be noted is the actual Wraith itself. It is a different design compared to the one on the Wraith Shangri-La. The Wraith Shangri-La has horns on his head and has its hand outstretched, palm up. Whereas on this one, there's no horns and the hand is outstretched, palm facing down. And what's ironic is the Wraith on Hell's Pit is actually the good Wraith. So the Wraith on the Shangri-La cover is actually tricking you. He has his hand outstretched with his palm facing up as if he's going to guide you. But in reality, he's doing that so he can grab you and pull you down to Hell's Pit. Whereas the Wraith on the Hell's Pit cover has his palm facing down because he's reaching down from Hell's Pit to pull you out.
Now, is that why one of them has horns, the other one does not?
It's quite possible. I mean, the horns obviously
Makes
would make
sense.
you more sinister. So I don't know. I can't ask the Shaggy Two-Dope who designed it if that was his reasoning.
We'll get Ouija eventually to ask Shaggy the next time they're on tour when tours start happening.
No.
again.
That's
They can
it,
just
yeah.
do it on their streams because now Ouija Mac is doing that. So
Oh, yeah, we'll
Excuse
just do that.
so yeah.
Text him during a Twitch stream and be like, okay, you text Shaggy. We have a Wraith of Shangri-La / Hell's Pit era question. There was one other difference. I can't remember what it was. There was the hand, there was the horns.
It might. Is it the Raven? Is the positioning of the Raven?
Yeah,
different?
the Raven's like looking the other direction or something, right?
Let me see. In the booklet,
check.
there's also another book that has it has all of the Joker cards in it with like some pictures from the era. It actually does not. Oh wait, Shangri-La. Yes, the Raven is facing the opposite direction. He's facing away from the Wraith. Where on Hell's Pit he's actually facing the Wraith's face. I'm not sure what that would signify.
Let's make wild assumptions.
Let's. Okay, so on the Wraith Shangri-La, which is the bad Wraith, he's looking away.
Our left, his right.
Yeah, so away.
So
from
keep
the
that in
Wraith.
mind, yeah.
Alright.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
What's the most fucked up thing?
No, I just Googled it now. It turns out it was actually just a mistake from Shaggy because he was drinking a lot at the time. I shouldn't make jokes about Shaggy being a fucking drunk.
Damn.
Oh my god. Oh, we're never gonna get a artist from Psychopathic on this podcast.
Yeah.
Sign off right now. All right. Well, I think that's a lot of preamble for this, as we're almost a half hour in.
A fuck
my
ton of
God.
preamble.
But you know what? I think it was necessary for what we're about to jump into. So
We've all been having fun. That's what matters.
yeah, exactly. So as we do every episode,
Every single one.
Without fail, we
We
have
gotta crack open a motherfucking Faygo.
a motherfucking Faygo, and I have to run to my fridge real quick to grab mine. And
Yeah, go ahead, put your headphones down and run to the fridge to grab them.
you're an asshole.
So while Mike can't hear us, we can talk shit on him like I
Oh my
always
god,
do.
yeah, his voice is like nails on a fucking
I
chalkboard.
still hear you.
I'm so glad that we
Fucking
can.
terrible.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's
And
it's
the worst
grating is
part
what
is-
it is. Yeah.
The worst part is that his headphones are sitting there and just you can hear them through his fucking mic. So like
Oh my God.
Because I
Yeah,
don't
no.
care.
as an audio engineer,
only
the
one who
guy
drinks
is
it
just
anyways.
a mess.
Can't hear you just yet, but now I'm putting the headphones
And now
back
he's
on.
putting them back on.
And yeah,
Welcome back, Mike.
I hope you were really nice to me.
What a great guy. He's
Hey,
love this
yeah,
guy.
it's like the voice of an angel,
I
really.
can't wait to re-listen to this episode. After I catch up on the last 10 that I haven't.
His headphone discipline is perfect.
It's
Not a single time has he ever taken them off and caused a shit ton of echo through his microphone.
Nope, never.
So, Mike, what do you have over there?
I have a 2.5 liter genuine Faygo old-fashioned draft style root beer.
Hey.
So
I'm the only one who
this
drinks
is
it
kind
here,
of-
so I'm gonna just literally drink it from this big ass bottle. I'm hood.
So the Wraith was like kind of the end, like the Shangri-La was kind of the end of an era of sorts, but Hell's Pit is kind of the true wrap up of everything.
Indeed.
Yes.
It's also this is the end of my notebook.
Oh my
this
God.
Is this takes up the last 3 pages of it.
I'm close to mine, so yeah.
And so I decided that it would be good to, have things come full circle. And I would have a nice, genuine, Faygo delicious Shaggy's Nutbag grape.
Nice. Very cool.
Y'all thought it was going to be Red Pop, but it was not.
I almost went to buy Red Pop because since it's so bitter and this is such a bitter album, I thought that I might need to put myself in that mindset, but I just had the root beer still chilling.
Now, Mitch, we did not tell you to do this at all.
But I knew you
What
guys
do you
did
have?
it. But I knew you guys did it. So what
the
I
mark
have
of a
here
good
next
listener.
to me is an ice cold glass of water from the fridge because I don't drink soda anymore because it ruins my stomach. But I will have you know that in my refrigerator right now there is a glass bottle of Rock and Rye that I keep in there
shit.
for just for the Juggalo spirit. You know, I can't drink it
beautiful.
because even a sip of soda now on my horrid little stomach, it'll aggravate my acid reflux.
That's
right,
super
fellas.
unfortunate.
I will experience GERD symptoms if I have a drop of the stuff now.
I am so sorry.
You can catch me at an ICP show, and then I'll say, well, hold on, oh my god, everyone stop the show. I think some of it got in my fucking mouth. I'm experiencing heartburn right now. So I can't have it.
That's the one nice thing whenever we did the VIP thing, because like I get super thirsty throughout concerts because it's like I'm moving and sweating and stuff, and so by the end of it, I'm like, I need to go get something to drink. But at an ICP show, it's like I just need to like go to the front or wait for Faygo Armageddon where I get to go on stage, and I just chug some before I chuck it into the crowd.
That's dope.
Yep, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I still have the first bottle that hit me in the head back in 2009. I got it somewhere. I don't know where it is. But man, you have a rock and rye, and that's my favorite flavor, and I can't fucking find it anywhere right now.
It is also my favorite flavor. I love it. I still dream about it now. Just rock and rye. It was so good. Now I'm from California, right? So we don't sell Faygo here. Mm-hmm. ICP had such an impact, during my years as a Juggalo that our local Hot Topic started selling Faygo just because of like the Juggalos that came in. Now, they would sell these room temperature bottles of Faygo, small bottles, not 2 liters, small personal size, even smaller than that, just a not very big bottle of Faygo and this was back in 2004, $5.
Oh, God.
$5, and my dumbass would go in there and buy it. Every time I went to the mall, I had to have a fucking rock and rye,
You're like,
room temperature
I'm a Juggalo. I must have this Faygo.
This is they knew what they were doing, and it worked.
ICP deems as the most sacred drink of all.
Well, let's crack these open.
Crack these open.
I'm gonna pretend
Yeah. Oh yes, very nice.
Oh yeah. I wish that had sugar in it.
It's delicious.
I wish that wasn't water from my fridge.
I'm literally holding this like a baby holds its bottle because it's so damn big, and I have tiny hands.
All right, so let's
Faygo
kick
root
this
beer
off.
from Dollar Tree just makes these hands look even tinier. Need somebody to hold my Faygo for me.
Let's kick this off with the first track, intro. I'm shocked, it's an intro.
Oh man, it's an intro, so we can just talk through this one.
We got some
And it's
backmasking
called
in
intro
this.
too.
It is.
It is.
That's funny.
So,
Got anything on those backmasks, Mike?
actually, if I go to Genius, it actually does have it, but it's backwards.
Genius does have them. Genius has them typed out backwards. Those sons of bitches.
Yeah. So give me a second, and I will double check. Intro, Hell's Pit. It's convenient. Okay, so backwards we see from every part of the world, the bishops of the church have assembled, and they played so good. Crows brought back more that they had stored 4 years ago. It's literally typed out where it says, if you listen carefully to this, you can hear the voice of some innocent critter.
So this is gonna, in
Everybody,
20
we have
seconds
Jesus.
or so.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's...
Yeah, this is gonna run right into Walk Into the Darkness. You get all this stuff and some fire crackling and...
This really sets a tone. We'll say that much. So we'll go in and walk into the darkness.
In the name of the witch, I cut the head off a mule. I gutted it, I put it on, and then I wore it to school. That ain't the only thing I wore a clip and some rounds. A fucking killer with this mule head, and I'm clipping him down. Because I'm all out of choices, and my voice is unheard. You and your boys get the worst. I aim your forehead and burst. I'm evil, fires in my sky, I see no diamonds, it's true. Aim for your gut and blow your breakfast out behind you. I'm one with the darkness. I give a fuck, let's get dark and hard. We keep it nutty and bloody for everybody here. And I know it well, and I got no problem showing it, glowing to I see the witches preaching every night on Channel 13.
So, first track up, we have kind of a mirror of the first actual track of The Wraith, Shangri-La.
The exact opposite.
It is, yeah, it's definitely not cheery.
No, not at all.
No. I love the intro for this album. It's like one of my... It's a cool sounding intro. It's one of my faves from the project, I think, just because of it. It just has all that. There's that nice chorus of voices. There's the sampled old religious audio. I think it sets the mood very, very nicely for the album. And when I was 14 years old, because I got this album, I didn't go to school my first day of 9th grade, and I got my dad to drive me to the record store so I could pick up this album because that very same day was the first day of school. Right? I picked up this album. I went home.
Your priorities were set.
Yeah, I knew exactly who I was and exactly what I wanted. And it was to purchase this because I had not actually bought an ICP album on release day until then. I went home, I put in my headphones, I listened to it and just read the lyrics. The beginning of this album, In the Name of the Witch I Cut the Head Off a Mule, I thought was so fucking cool when I was 14. When I was 14, I gutted it, I put it on, and then I wore it to school. Like, I was like, holy shit, that's so cool. And I still think, at 30, I still think I'm just like, that's the pretty cool line. Like, that's a pretty nice line. I love the first two tracks of this album. I think it's good. I think Walk into the Darkness is a pretty good chorus, too.
Oh, yeah.
Fritz the Cat, I believe, is producing at this point.
I think it is. I think he does the first handful. Let me double check. Sorry, I gotta jump between. Actually, no, this is Mike P.
This is Mike P,
Yeah,
okay.
it's Mike P.
Damn.
With Mike P's stuff, I think I really, really like his instrumentals because this is Mike P from Zug Island, right?
Mike P.
Yeah, he did the music for them.
Did the music? Is he actually a member? I couldn't tell if he was or not.
I don't really know. God, we're all fake.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Holy shit.
I mean, I'm allowed to be.
Yeah.
That's my job on the show.
I feel like, because I couldn't tell if Mike P was the drummer of them or not, but...
I mean, I figured he just did like everything.
But yeah, I have no idea. I'm a terrible person. I'm a fake juggalo. Fake ass juggalo.
Well, I was just going to say...
Juggaho.
Juffalo, if you will, yeah. I was just going to say... I think with his production, you can kind of hear the sort of a grittier rock influence.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Everything that he's touched, if it had a guitar on it, it was like, oh yeah, it's Mike P. Fritz didn't really touch any of it. And who was the other one? Oh,
he's also got
here. So, yeah, they don't fuck with guitars. It's Mike P. That's his style. That's what was incorporated whenever we first heard him on Forgotten Freshness 3 with Run. Like, we knew what we were getting with Mike P.
Yeah, he really his concepts for a song too, just as like how a song should be worked out or the mixing of the vocals or anything like that. Like Shaggy's verse in this song, it starts out with them sounding a little bit distorted, and then halfway through it completely goes away. Just little things like that, I think, add to the song's concept a lot, and just kind of makes it fun to listen to if you mix music, because it's something I didn't notice when I was 14. I was like, they're rapping and it's dark. But being 30 and listening to it, I'm like, that's a great decision to make as a producer.
Yeah,
that's a really, really cool thing to do for the verse. Yeah.
The guy's got a very good sense for like a lot of tone related things, like even just the general sound of it. Like he has that good feel for like a horror movie sounding thing.
Yes.
I just see him like in the corner with his cape hunched over an organ or something like that, and I'm like, that's my boy. That's Mike P.
Yeah. The only other thing that I should note on here, and it's an ongoing theme on here aside from everything is shit, is The Witch.
The Witch.
We do get the actual track The Witch later on, but it's referenced throughout this entire record. The Witch is the devil. That is strictly who they refer to the devil as, is the Witch. And that's an interesting choice to me, but it's for however many times that ICP has sometimes tried a loose concept, a loosely held together concept rather. This is one that actually works throughout this album.
I fully agree.
Stick with it the entire time, and I'm okay with that. It's just it's almost jarring at first to hear the name The Witch. And it's only mentioned, I think, at the beginning of Jay's verse on this track, but it's a common theme that we hear throughout the rest of the album. So at least it's established here.
I'll have a very important question to ask about that later on in this album.
Okay.
And I think it'll be one we can have fun with.
Okay.
But yeah, this track in particular, I mean, like it's like the very beginning. I was just like, wow, they are not presenting as like goofy clowns in this.
Nope.
This is definitely working for the tone that they want to set. Like this is, you know, evoking like school shootings and stuff like that. You know, like very just. And this isn't supposed to be fun anymore.
Again, I think this wasn't meant to be a record of, oh, let's have fun with this. It's no, we have to make this. Let's just do it and get it over with the best that we can. And I don't think I think there might be like maybe one track, maybe two tracks on here that has anything remotely quote unquote silly. This is not.
Right.
It's not like I'll say it right now. This is not. You know what? No. I'll hold off on that until the very end. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I think I know where I want to go with it, and I'll make a quick note in my book for it. But yeah, I know I'll say something at the end of it. So I got nothing else on this track.
All right. We can go on to track number 3.
Cool.
Suicide Hotline.
Suicide Hotline. May I help you?
Yeah. Well, I'm about to fucking kill myself.
Listen, you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to do that.
There's so many fucking reasons why I don't even need to be here anymore. I'm gonna put a
reason.
slug in my fucking head.
You don't want to do that. You want to be on Earth, okay?
Fuck that shit, man. I got a gun right now.
Put it away,
And I
please.
got it right under my chin, man. Fuck that.
Take it away from
I'm
your
gonna
chin.
fucking blow my head all over the ceiling.
No, you're not. Okay.
Fuck this shit, man.
Hey, just talk to me, okay?
It ain't no point to me waking up. Everybody's time I'm taking up. I got nobody, it ain't a shoulder near. I can't stay here and it's colder there. I don't wanna look back cause it's gonna hurt. I slice my wrist and it's gonna squirt. For me, everybody holds a hate. I get backstabbed and everybody holds the stake. It's no roads to take, I'm in a circle drive. Busting at myself and I'm trying to survive. I'll disappoint you and I will let you down. And I ain't got many homeboys coming around. You don't understand, so don't say you do. I swear I'll put a motherfucking slug in you. I'm the only one, the lonely one, at home alone loading a gun, thinking why not?
Why not? Why not, okay? Okay, you have feelings.
There's no hook to this, right?
This is essentially the hook. So
Okay. Cool. Suicide Hotline, and we have. I'm gonna be like referencing these a lot throughout this because I feel like a lot of this album calls back to other albums and stuff like this. I consider a callback to Malenko, in a sense. I mean, yeah, it's the second appearance of the Suicide Hotline, but this guy is not Jay.
no, this is Shaggy.
It's Shaggy.
And Shaggy is the operator.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, shit.
And he's doing such a funny job here.
Yeah.
He's just really just like rambling about just, hey, you know, when you have loneliness in your heart, and I just, you know, like it's almost kind of, it feels almost kind of insulting.
Yeah, it's kind of
right?
patronizing.
Like it's,
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And I think that's at least a little bit funny. The you know, like this is like it's weird to call it a fun song. This isn't a fun song.
No.
It's dark.
Right.
But I like the concept of the song. I like how they executed it. You know, so much of their music is them almost acting out the song like a performance, like you're listening to a play. You know, it's and it's nice. This also has this is the first song by Fritz the Cat.
Yeah.
And we can feel that shift in something that sounds more rocky to something that just sounds kind of eerie and creepy. You know, there's no rock element to this, but it just sounds creepy. You know, it just sounds kind of eerie. And a thing that ICP does, particularly Jay, and he does it a few times on this album, is that there's sort of this like lyrical crescendo. You know, there's like this growth that says, okay, here's where we're starting. I'm fucked up. I want to kill myself. I want to do this or that. but with each verse, he's kind of admitting a little bit more. Until the last verse of the song, he's like, "I dream about cutting heads off with a shovel," and then he's, and then you hear Shaggy's response to those things being like, "Yeah, it's okay. Oh, it's fine." To kind of being like, "What? Holy shit!" And that growth is very, very cool because it's really good for storytelling, right? To just be like, you think you have it all in control or that you understand, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. But it's worth noting that the song has a happy ending. So that's kind of cool.
In a sense, it does have a happy ending.
I don't know if it does.
It's kind of left up in the air, but still. To what you said about there being kind of a crescendo, it also it's both between what he's saying, and also the instrumental itself. That final instrumental, or the final verse rather, the instrumental has changed a bit. And it's a little bit stripped down, but I think there's a bit more with the percussion that seems more pronounced. And it's like a reflection of Jay's psyche, like as he's trying to say it. Like it's kind of subtle, but it does sound different than what the first two verses were. So I mean, I totally I agree with everything that you said on that one. This is probably the fastest paced track on this album, I think. And it's up there at least. But man, the character that Jay's portraying here really got a raw deal for most of the shit.
Right, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
This is a track that, I mean, whenever the concept of suicide is there's nothing positive about it. It is depressing, it is bleak, everything about it. And this is a track, this is one of the few tracks that I've seen them perform live in concert. They've done it at random shows. With just Jay standing there with red light on him, kind of like he's holding a phone up and whatnot, or holding his hatchet and shit like that. And Shaggy's just off somewhere, probably yelling in the back because that's all Shaggy does. But this is a track that, I mean, as I've heard it more and more over the years, I've grown to enjoy it more. And I think it's just a matter of, when I was younger, I didn't care for this album all too much, and I got it later than you did, Mitch. I got this album probably towards the end of high school. I think I might have been 17 or 18 years old when I got it. And I wasn't like a depressed kid. Like, I had some stuff that kind of sucked, but this album didn't really resonate with me back then. But as I've gotten older and become an adult and dealt with, life, more of these songs kind of just hit different now. And so some of these tracks like this one, I'm just like, man, I fucking get it, yo. It's fucking rough.
Oh yeah, there's whenever you talk about the different verses and stuff, it's very interesting how in the first two he's talking about a lot of the stuff that's gone wrong for him, and how life has just kind of fucked him and stuff. And I find it interesting where he gets into the third one, where he starts talking less about like the material things that you can see that happen to him, and then he starts talking about the effects more of just depression what it has, the effects that it has on people,
his mental
not being
state,
able to hold his memory and all that stuff. And
sad lines. I mean, just line "I don't hold memory for more than an hour" is really sad to me. It really is.
Yeah,
it's right. And specifically the line "I ain't halfway there and I'm all out of time." Whew, being 30 now.
Right.
I'm like, shit.
God damn it.
Oh, and this is the second song in a row that mentions the witch.
That is true.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
At the very end of in the last verse. Is it in the last verse where he says talking about the witch, or is it in the second? No, it's the second one. Get this, the witch has made my chest its permanent nightly visiting nest. Yeah. Right. Which I think Where's my chest is permanently visiting? I think that's a direct reference to sleep paralysis.
I brought that up later because he talks about that a lot. Yeah. That is a common theme with whenever he brings up the witch of them being on his chest when he's sleeping and stuff.
Yeah.
I think Jay has experienced sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
for sure. He has a lot of panic attacks.
Yeah, from the tour from Malenko where he, kind of went nuts and cut off his dreadlocks and stuff. That's why he started taking, his antipsychotics and stuff like that, stuff to help keep him more grounded. And, I mean, I doubt that it was really as much a problem during the actual time of the Wraith because he started smoking weed. but who knows? I mean, after that, like with touring after the Wraith and whatnot, and anybody's mindset is gonna change over time from various reasons. So maybe he was experiencing them again at this period of time. I don't know. I would hope not, because that shit is not cool.
No, it sucks.
So,
That's bad.
Yeah, this is a track, like, it's bleak, but, we're track 3, and we already know what we're in for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will say the end of it, while one could spin that into a positive, I kind of listened to it, and I think that it's kind of a reflection of also the way that people who are depressed can be pretty good actors. Like, when it comes to dealing with people close to them.
Yeah.
It's freaky, like, because he just, like... I mean, we could play it, but like basically
it's 180.
Says he's got another call and like it's his girlfriend or whatever, and he's like just talking all sweet and like everything's normal.
Yeah, and he was like just about to pull the trigger too. He was just about to kill himself, and then that happened. So yeah, I could see that. How it's just like it's not like it's just not a problem anymore. He just didn't do it then.
Right.
Yeah.
And it is sad.
It's there's so many ways that could go.
Mm-hmm.
But man, all right. I think I'm good to move on to the next track.
Let's kill some preachers.
Track 4, CPKs.
Stop it! Go ye into all the world and preach my gospel unto every creature. Go ye into all the world and preach my gospel.
I walked into the church dressed up as an altar boy. I seen a preacher. He said, "Little boy, I'm a teacher." Put his hand up on my shoulder, felt the claw of the beast. I never thought it'd be so fucking easy murdering a priest. We went into the confession booth. He took off his clothes and cut some yay right on his Bible top and ooted his nose. I jammed a butcher's knife 12 inches into his gut. He looked me right into my eyes while I was yanking it up. Preacher, kill us! Stop it! I got a bloody mouth. Stop it! I walked into the sermon strapped with an
CPKs. We have us a track that this one to me comes off a little odd for this album because I could see this on any ICP album.
Mm-hmm.
I could see this like with Hallelujah on Malenko. Like
Yeah.
they take shots at like preachers being corrupt motherfuckers all the time, and this is that. Like this isn't like we're just murdering preachers just because.
Right.
This has cause.
I'll be straight up. I never cared for this one.
Thank God, because I have that in my notes. I was like, I don't really like this song.
As somebody, I think I've said this before, though I don't really practice much anymore, I am Catholic. And I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that the church has done, especially in regards to those cover-ups that are quite possibly still happening nowadays. So this one's always kind of been like a little bit rough for me to listen to. But I mean, yes, Shmeev, I agree. Like this is a track that, yeah, it's dark, but this isn't Hell's Pit necessary, I think is the way that we should say it.
I guess.
It also doesn't help the fact that, like, as we go on, Shaggy basically talks about how he is on coke while he's doing this. And in the final verse, like, they're drunk, they're on PCP, like, so yeah, they're killing these supposedly corrupt preachers, but, you know, they're fucked up while they're doing it.
Right.
And then they kill each other.
I guess it's
and
a
then Jay and
nobody's
Shaggy kill
good
each other.
here
Yeah.
thing.
But Jay and Shaggy then kill each other. And then towards the end, Jay says a bad word.
Oh yeah, he does.
So, which I will point out, I don't think we hear it as much on this album as we did on the Wraith Shangri-La.
I feel like this is the one F-bomb that I recall in this entire
No,
album.
there's at least one.
There's probably
more.
another I don't remember though.
There's
Shaggy says at least
there's
one
another.
later. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this one. Mitch, you got anything else?
I don't like that song. That's what I have to say. You know, it's very it feels out of place on the album. It feels okay. So when prior to this album coming out, whatever gathering came right before that, during ICP's seminar, there was a clip online that I saw of Jay spitting some of his first verse, or like his entire first verse, to this song. He's like, this song is called Crooked Preacher Killers, blah, blah, blah. And he was like giving he was explaining how this is just a really dark album, and this is a song called Crooked Preacher Killers, and he does his whole verse, but he does it just completely a cappella into a microphone and does it very dark and gritty, and I was really excited. I was like, wow, this is awesome, this is cool. And then I just remember hearing the finished song when the album came out and being a little bit disappointed because it just sounded so kooky. It just sounded so like everywhere, all over the place, and it sounded like it was trying to be very fun. Mm-hmm. I just don't really like it that much. Like the only theatrical cool part at the end kind of for me is when Jay and Shaggy kill themselves, because there's that kind of an audio clip, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. They're really good at things like that, and I think that that's good, but it's very skippable on the album for me. But it's also not very long, so I'll listen to it, but I don't love it.
I feel that. I mean, this is probably as far as like how instrumentals go, and this is another one that was done by Fritz. This is probably one of the more left field ones compared to the rest of the album.
This almost feels like it could have been like a mid Tech 9 track, actually. There's something weird about it that ticks in my brain.
Oh, this totally, like, the instrumental of this could have easily been on, like, Angelic.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I don't even know if I like the fact that that's been brought up to me now. Send this beat to Tech 9 and ask him to rap over it like he would have rapped back in 2002. Oh my god. So, should we have anything else on it?
That's all I got.
Alright, let's just move on then.
Track 5, Truly Alone. Some facts for y'all. Isolation is very damaging to people. It's not good for you. And unfortunately, depression also kind of causes people to isolate themselves. It's like a self-perpetuating thing. It's not very good. And in those same lines, whenever we do it to people in the prison system, it's torture. It's not good to do to people. That's what I have about this.
Fair. Mitch, what you got?
I love this song. I do. I think where Fritz kind of missed the mark on the previous instrumental, he really nails it here. I think that it's just really interesting. I love the distorted kind of, I don't know what that instrument is, kind of panned over here and then it's panned over here. The verses get a little bit repetitive. And I've always thought that, these verses are just kind of like, okay, I get it. Yeah, this is, but they're not bad. But I think what really saves the song is that fucking verse at the end. That verse at the end, to me, is one of my favorite verses on the album. I was listening to this album with a friend last night, actually, because I was on the phone with somebody, and then I was like, hey, you know what? I can't really talk tonight because I have some homework to do. I got to listen to an ICP album and take some notes. And she was like, that's fine. I was like, well, you know what? If I actually set up Discord, I can have us both listen to it if you wanted to experience an ICP album for the first time. And for some reason, I have the best friends in the world, and she said yes. So I was, all right, cool, let's do it. And she actually pointed out something really interesting about this, and she was like, it's interesting that in Suicide Hotline, he dreams about killing people with a shovel and then goes and does it on Truly Alone when he snaps.
Oh, shit.
And I go, hey, I don't know if that's purposeful, probably not, but it's just a cool concept for the album to say, I talked about this once here, and then here I am doing it here. I'm having these dreams here, and here's it actually coming to life here. There's the witch, and then the witch is over here. It's just, I think they're really good at stuff like that, and it makes the album, as a concept album, something to listen to from start to finish, really interesting, really fun. Because I've been listening to this album for years and years. I have this album on vinyl, and I spin it kind of often. I never noticed that. And then her on first listen, she was like, it might be something to consider. And I was like, I'm over here considering it. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, the verse at the end is really, really nicely. And it sets a good tone for like the song coming up. Because of like the continuation of this story, he's lonely, he snaps, he does all this stuff, and then he just gets killed by police at the end, and then dies. But to me, yeah, this is one of my favorite songs on the album, but only because that verse at the end really saves it for me.
It's interesting because this is a track that, again, I didn't really care for it much when I was younger, and now it might be one of my favorites on this record.
Nice.
I actually don't mind how the first two verses are, because Jay should not sing. Let's just say this.
No. But he does relentlessly.
Thank God that they found Sin and Zug Island had a good singer. Not necessarily a good writer, but a good singer. But what he's doing in this song is perfect over the instrumental. The instrumental is very subdued. There's nothing like, and the majority of this album is very dark and plodding, with some exceptions here and there. But this one just kind of it drones on, but not. I don't want to mean that in a negative light. Like it's perfect for what this song is about, and right. I actually enjoy the way that Jay has the first two verses structured.
It's within his range. He can manage singing within that kind of a range.
And he's not belting. He's not belting, which he can't do. He really can't do.
And yet he tries so often. He just wants to sing all the time.
Who is going to tell him no?
Go for it.
Who is going to tell him no? He's Violent J, damn it.
He wants to have fun. Let him have fun.
But then, yeah, we get that final verse, which is the customary long Violent J verse that we would have common from 2002 to about 2005, where it's a direct switch. We don't have this soft-spoken person who's just talking about, the things that are, going wrong for him right now, or what's in his mind. And he clearly does just snap, and his voice changes to be, the darker, gravelly kind that he has at this period of time. And just goes off. And his storytelling, I mean, people can bash ICP for whatever they want, okay? It's very easy to. Mm-hmm. Especially, if you're not familiar with their stuff. But damn, Jay can write a good story. Like, plain and simple. Because this verse that's here, this final verse, okay, yes, it's longer than the first two, but what he's saying in there paints a very vivid picture that exactly what's happening. There's nothing surprising about it. And it's great, and it does cap off the track really, really nicely. Like, it is a standout to me because of that. This one does have layers that really benefits at the very end.
Multiple times while listening to this album with my friend who had never heard like a full ICP album. I mean, maybe they had heard a song here or there, but this is, an entire album.
They heard Dating Game,
We were listening to it. Probably not. God, no. But they had mentioned multiple times throughout the album that this is a really cool album to listen to just while like closing your eyes, and just kind of laying in bed, because it's painting such a story the whole time. You know, like my mind is always imagining what they're saying, and it's like a horror movie. You know, and I'm like, yes, well that's the project. That's especially this album. You know. I would agree, though. Though I called the verses repetitive, I also wrote down here that maybe they're sort of meant to be. You know, like they are repetitive, but the things that he's talking about, the ways that he's saying it, and I would agree. Yeah, he's singing, but it's perfectly in his range. It doesn't sound strained at all. He's not belting. It's a standout song for me too.
Word.
Yeah, you really feel like the monotony of that kind of life through it as you're going along. And the last thing that I had to bring up was just something that Genius has highlighted that somebody put an annotation for, and that's the blue light special line, because they felt the need to explain what a blue light special is, which is a weird thought to me, because I guess I never realized growing up that was exclusive to Kmart. Like they're like the store that made that, and no one else ever did it. So it's just like, who doesn't know what the fuck a blue light special is? I guess that's regional, I suppose.
This feels very particular too, but I also noticed while listening to the whole album start to finish, there's a lot of like references to like stores like that, I guess. There's either like Kmart, or there's this other, they'll talk about convenience stores as well.
Drops a 7-Eleven here.
Right.
So I was thinking about that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Where a lot of times, I think that ICP, where they talk in the past about like the people that they aim for, like who they kill and whatnot, and they're all like bad people, you know, and shitty people. But then like, okay, we read and talked about the Pendulum comic series, which was ICP killing a lot of demons in particular. This album is very like grounded in reality for a significant portion of it. The next track is throwing that out the window, but a lot of this is based in the sense of, no, like this is the real world is a dark place, and there's no like holding back on that. So
yeah,
I totally understand why they're referencing the 7-Eleven or the Super Kmart and stuff, like because it's like you don't know if you're gonna interact with the wrong person at these places.
Right.
Have you walked into a Walmart? Like, dear God, you say the wrong thing to a person at Walmart, and they're gonna act this shit out. Except for a test model of a chainsaw. I don't think that's going to be available anywhere.
If you do manage to find a Kmart, you might actually run into some cryptids, though. The Kmart itself is a cryptid, honestly.
So
yeah. Anything else on Truly Alone?
I think that's it.
Yep.
All right. Track number 6, Every Day I Die.
Tried to visit Shaggy. I stepped up off of my porch and it was dark as fuck. I couldn't see, not even with the torch. I hear the streets talking and they aware of my move. They whispering and swinging from the trees above. I hear the loons. I try to jog a little crow. Eyes glow like cats. Demonic zombies running up on me. I slap them with the bat, but my eyes keep bleeding from the rays of the darkness. They powerful and burn you something heartless. I hear a giant thumping, some kind of ogre or something. I see the phantom screaming as this giant behemoth is coming, and it swung at me. I felt a rip, my head went spinning and flipping and rolling, and finally landed in position. I could see my body still standing, headless as fuck. It finally fell, but what the hell? Still got my nugget, but I'm stuck. I can't move. Fuck, I'm only a face. Why even try? On top of that, it's a centipede crawling in my eye. I wanna die. Back to the start, another try. Another time, so why shouldn't I? Every day I die. Back to the start, another try. Another time, so why shouldn't I? tried to visit Jay. I walked out into the cold.
We have a continuation of ICP just dropping quotes from everywhere. This time, a Styx quote. And you may laugh about that, but I listened to it and I was like, that's rhythm, right? That is the rhythm. That is the too much time on my hands rhythm. You cannot take this one from me. So their hell is just like a Sisyphean immortality where it's just keep trying to go see your pal, die, try again. You'll make it. They won't make it. They just can't do it. The Rock will never make it up the hill, etc., etc.
Right.
So one thing to note real quick, Fritz the Cat, thanks for coming. Move out of the way. Your 3 tracks on this album are done.
Damn.
So this is Mike P. So it flips between Mike P and Isham through the rest of the album. I'll make note of that as necessary. But hey, we could have guessed this was Mike P because there's big ass fucking guitar in the chorus.
And he does well on this track too. Like you can feel the Mike P shift here to just be like, all right, we're in hell now, and we're rocking, baby. That's what we're doing in hell. We're rocking out.
Yep.
The first note that I put was in all caps, the loons.
Yeah.
Anytime they mention the loons, it's just a nice little callback to way back on the Ringmaster.
Yeah.
I went back to listen to some of the Ringmaster because of this album.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. I've talked before about how the Ringmaster is a really good album. I just forget repeatedly that, like, holy shit, it's got so many good songs on it.
Southwest song.
Yeah, the Loons. I had to look it up because it comes up later, spoilers, and I was like, what was that song called? And I'm like, boop, boop, it wasn't called that line that everybody knows from it.
Well, we'll find out later.
And so I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, that song rules. And I was to him like, this is still great.
The only other note that I have, and then I'll switch it over to whoever wants next. This song, while I never really listened to it much before, this is a legit fear that I have.
Yeah,
the idea of just an unending hell where you repeat death over and over and over again.
Oh wow!
It is fucking scary, man.
yeah,
it's coupled with the idea of pain and going insane because of it. It's very, very, very creepy. It makes me think, there was actually I never read it, but there was actually a Batman comic about that, where, I think it was the Joker ended up getting this power where he basically repeated killing Batman over and over and over again in various different ways, and Batman went insane for it and needed serious help after they were able to eventually defeat the Joker. It's a very scary thought, and it's not as drawn out on this song, but obviously it's implied that that's what is happening, and yeah, it just irks me. I won't be listening to the song too much after, but still, just something I needed to point out.
I love this song. I think that, I'm a big fan of the concept album aspects of this album, and I like the idea of, the songs that actually tie into one another. The end of Truly Alone, him getting shot, he kills a bunch of people and then he dies. And then it's his transition into hell after that point, And the continuation of that is just really, really cool to me. The way that the beat changes is really, really nice. I think that Mike P did an incredible job. And as far as even within the song itself, that has a lot of imagery in it. There's just, this was the song that my friend had actually pointed out, they're talking about a lot here, and you can just imagine it. There's just this story. And, in Jay's verse, he talks about getting his head ripped off, right? But then in Shaggy's verse, he has that line that says, I seen a headless body that resembles Jay's, but I doubt it. And I think that's just funny and cool, It's just he was just talking about a thing that it makes the whole thing feel very linear, this is actually happening as they're saying it. So yeah, for me, it's a really cool track. I love the instrumentals, a lot of cool visuals in the song. And Shaggy references the witch. This is another witch reference in the song.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
like that. I like that Shaggy insists that he still keeps his hatchet on him in hell.
Yeah, he has to say
yeah.
it twice. Yeah,
Why wouldn't you? Come on.
Well, that's an interesting turn to this, because this isn't them, like, this is almost kind of like a Dante's Inferno thing,
yes,
where, like, you know, like in Dante's Inferno, he is like kind of taking the tour of hell. Like the way that he writes it, like he is being taken through all of this and seeing all of this stuff, and they are like putting themselves through this experience and telling it to us, because Shaggy is rapping as Shaggy. Like no one else has their would no one else could possibly get their hatchet into hell. Shaggy is the only one who could do
he
it.
snuck it in.
Use that prison pocket. Where life finds a way.
The only other thing that I have on this is the outro, which leads into the next track, where you have
Pills,
like
pills.
that, and you also hear somebody like whining in the background, and it reminded me, because I spend a lot of time at work with Seinfeld playing in the background.
Nice.
And it just reminded me of the episode where Kramer is like arrested under suspicion of being a serial killer, and he's being interrogated, and like this guy's just sitting there like going in on him like full bad cop, and Kramer's just like,
Yeah. That's funny.
and that's all I was hearing throughout the entire outro of this.
One more thing before we move on. We are hearing so much Violent J.
Yeah.
Shaggy
tons.
gets almost no play on this record, especially not in the beginning of songs.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has all the second verses.
I think
so we're not gonna hear him at
I
all.
think he only gets like maybe 3 or so tracks where he's the first verse, and it's really disappointing. We talked about that so much, especially like early on, but it's like, holy fuck. And
we've come full circle.
yeah, real quick, Mitch, you mentioned about like, you know, you enjoy the idea of this, like with the concept of this. Is this the most that they have stuck to a concept on a Joker's Card album?
I think, yes. I think in my opinion, yeah. Because, you know, the concepts will be loose. They'll kind of be introduced at the beginning of a Joker's card. And, you know, the story of each of the Joker's cards is... they're all very similar. They're all just like, judgment. You know, hey, were
Don't
you
be a
good or
piece
bad?
of shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then, hey, turn the crank. Where are you going? And then this, but then they're just like, oh, but this guy judges you. Where are you going? You know?
I feel like I've had this rant on an episode before.
But the actual concepts of the album, you know, they kind of sprawl out from there. You know, like they're about anything. And then there's kind of a wrap up at the end sometimes. Sometimes there's not. But this one really sticks with it. This one really is just like, I mean, we see concepts like the witch over and over again. And we see, you know, like... there was a lot of foresight in their decision to even just like not use the word juggalo on the track on the record, you know. So I think they were just thinking about it a lot more, and made for a really interesting release, because ICP albums have always kind of, even when they're not concept albums, they're kind of concept albums, you know, even if they're just loosely like that. And I still take a lot of influence from ICP in the way that I make music, the way that I make a living, the way that I run merchandise, a lot of it, right? And one of those that really bled through a lot was listening to so much ICP when I was younger. My records will bleed into one another. My songs will bleed into one another. You'll hear the end of one song at the beginning of another. And I'll put a lot of thought into stuff like that. So this album in particular, it does it a lot. It does it a whole bunch, and even lyrically. So yeah, I would say this is the most. This has to be the most that they've like stuck to one theme, or stuck to many themes that all made sense throughout the album. You know?
I feel that. Yeah, it's just we mentioned before on episodes how it's like, okay, here's a Joker's Card album. This is the thing where they, you know, they put the most effort into it, and this is what they want to talk about. And, oh, it's the Great Malenko, here you go. And then, okay, we're doing a song, blah, blah, blah. Got a name drop, Great Malenko, there he is. There's
Right.
the Malenko waving that wand, and then 2 songs later, hey, yeah, that guy, Malenko. Boom.
Yeah, he's back.
And that's the thing, it's almost like they just have to do the name drop to just remind you that, oh yeah, that's the album you're listening to. And this is a character that we've come up with, but maybe we're only actually doing one song about it.
about it. Yeah,
And that's the thing. I think that it got a little bit better as in some of the older ones. Like Malenko, they did a decent job of it, and Jekyll Brothers and the Wraith. I think they did a very good job of establishing like what those characters were throughout more of the songs. But on some of the earlier ones, it's very, very lax. If I want to use that kind of word.
right.
So yeah, but I do totally agree with how you were saying about like with the tracks kind of bleeding into each other. This album does that entirely. There are no like cold ends on any of the songs.
No, it's all one from the other, which is good. Yeah, their Joker's cards, I've noticed, really, I mean, they got better as time went on, in my opinion, even just conceptually. If, because my favorite is, it's probably one of the earlier ones. I really do like Ringmaster. I really do like Riddlebox. But Carnival of Carnage is it's a Joker's card. Yeah, it's their first attempt at doing this thing, but then the very next Joker's card, now this is ICP. I get it. The Carnival, the music, the instrumental, they just nailed it right. I mean, the growth between Carnival of Carnage to Ringmaster.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
It's huge. It's so much. Like, it feels like a different project.
I think it's partially because when Carnival of Carnage came out, I mean, I don't think that they were fully on board with
They were still
clowns.
kind of in between, yeah.
They were kind of still inner city Posse. Until Jay allegedly had a vision of a carnival. Okay, so I think there was only so much that they could do with jumping, head first into this concept, and it's very like sporadic on the actual Carnival Carnage record, especially when you technically had 3 members of the group, and I'm sure the one wasn't fully on board with it. So they had to then regroup after album 1 and then literally kind of start from scratch and be like, no, we have to do it this way. Like, this is what we're about. And then they did.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, it did progressively get more and more with, their idea of what the carnival was about and everything. And
yeah, I think it just became more thoughtful, and that sort of, that hits its peak almost with the Wraith, both with Shangri-La and Hell's Pit, where they were like, this is the story, and you hear it throughout the whole album, and they didn't necessarily do that with like Riddlebox or something, which are great albums, but they're great ICP albums, but as far as telling a continuous story, I think this album probably does it the best, in my opinion.
Okay.
For sure.
I'm down with that assessment. All right.
So up next, we got track 7, The Night of the 44.
One of those nights.
Another one of those nights. Come on.
2:30 in the morning. And I'm fully loaded.
Fully fucking loaded.
I ran into a gas station and blew somebody's head off their neck. I thought it was a dream, but then I look and see that I'm a bloody wreck.
My God.
I can't run to my mama house, I know that she would never understand. I might as well be a man and finish what the fuck I began.
Fuck it. It's on.
I walked out and started walking away like I ain't seen a fucking thing. I went across the street and walked up to the drive-thru window at a Burger King. I knocked on a glass and a kid leaned out to tell me they were closed. Close this. I blew a hole in his face and his boy was like, Cam, you got hoes, Tommy, you got hoes.
I feel ready to die, but it's taking so long.
The world's so wicked, the world's so wrong.
I just keep moving on, keep trying to stay strong.
The world's so wicked, the world's so wrong.
So they bitch asses, thinking they ain't about to get shot. Man, fuck that.
I started hopping through.
We finally made it to the sequel of The Night of the Axe.
First reference on the Juggalo.
Ever.
Literally, first referenced on the track The Juggalo from Carnival of Carnage.
Yep. Yeah, all the way up here. We finally have it. This one's kind of another one that I feel lands in a less serious way than a lot of the other tracks do.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's a lot like Night of the Axe, where it's just kind of like That's it. I have
going nut
my
and killing
chosen
people.
weapon, and we're doing the murder thing, and we're having a blast. They make a little reference to a commercial that I didn't remember,
Same.
but Genius has a thing on it. There's a Mountain Dew commercial featuring Davy and Goliath, the "You Got Hosed" thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it was either, nor did I bother looking up the commercial
It's on Genius.
is
like they
it?
just had
Oh, I
they had it
didn't know
embedded in there. Like
in the annotation.
yeah. So yeah, it's the night of the fucking 44. You know.
I think that this one is done by Isham, which would make sense.
That's what I was thinking while I was listening to it. I was like, this is
Isham and
for
ICP.
Yeah,
sure.
some track.
There's no way. You hear like the first notes of that, and you're like, yeah, this is that like early mid 2000s rap stuff. Isham did
This
this.
is
For sure.
not something Mike P did.
No.
When you have to choose between
like,
Mike P and Isham, it's like a night and day difference.
I wouldn't have even given this to Fritz, honestly.
right.
Like, this
this
is
feels much more hip hop. It feels much more just like hard rap, you know. And I like the song. I don't love the song for some reason, but I do like it a lot. I mean, I have this in my notes again, which is weird because it's not that fun of a song, but for me, it's kind of a fun song. And you know, he's using the imagery again of just like, I'm in a gas station, I'm in a 7-Eleven, I'm just killing these people, which is very, very Hell's Pit like. And then he has that he has a part in the song. Even if I don't love the song completely, he does that thing again where he just kind of switches his rapping style and then he just delivers a very good fucking verse.
Yep.
He has that what is that line about holding up the hostage?
Yeah, I was
the
literally
dead
just
kid?
looking at that one here. I actually love that part. Police
I
started
love
surrounding the
that
building
part.
and I got no hostages, but I fronted like I did, holding up some dead kid. Instead, I'm coming out, they said, don't bother, and started shooting. The corpse I'm holding up ain't got no head and they ain't stupid.
That's
The
so
way it's rapped
good.
is really, it's different.
He did great.
But
yeah.
that's a good mental image. Like it's just so fucking dumb.
yeah,
He
it's
kind of like free verses it whenever it comes in. It's just like, this is fucking good.
yeah, it's like so. It's just so. It's very, very well executed. And as far as rapping goes, I mean, like, you know, we can accept ICP aren't the best rappers, but sometimes they kind of are. Sometimes they just really like nail it, and you're like, dude, you can do this. This is really, really good. I think this is one of those examples because he's just the way that he delivers lines. It's not just rapping. It's not just like listening to like a Necro song or something like that, where it's more hip hop than it is death rap. You know, this is actually just like performed in front of you, and I love that. I love the line at the end where he said, "Somebody blew my head off. All I heard was woof." That sort of a woof sound that he makes. I think he rhymes that with the word shoot or something. It's just creative. It's just cool, and I think he executes it really well. That part is so sick to me. So yeah, even if the song is somewhere in the middle for me, it's another one of those examples where Jay just throws in a verse at the end where I'm like, oh, okay, actually, I love this song. Actually, this song's amazing. Thank you, Violent J.
Yeah, is it like I've mentioned before? Like I said, this is an era of Jay just doing stupid like long drawn out verses. This doesn't really have that, but like what he does at this time period is both commendable and also holy shit, let other people have the spotlight sometimes. I know that when we talked Shmi, remember we talked about on the song Sticky Icky Situations from ABK's Hatchet Warrior, where his verse is literally over a minute long. And I love it. It's one of my favorite Violent J verses ever, but you were like, holy fuck, Violent J, shut the fuck up. But I mean, it's not bad whenever it's
album.
it's not bad whenever it's on his own album. The only other thing on here of note is there is a backmasked outro. I will try to decipher it. ... is the devil. The witch is everywhere. Some of us have woken up in the middle of the night with the witch sitting on our chest, taking the air from our lungs. Fuck the witch. I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah. Again, just reiterating the sleep paralysis, the sleep demons. To be real for a moment, have either of you ever experienced that?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I have.
You have?
Many times, actually. Yeah.
I have experienced it once. I've experienced sleep paralysis once. and it's not cool. I didn't like panic, but I remember like being up and like I could look around, but my body would not move, and that wasn't cool. I was like, this is mildly inconvenient.
Yeah,
and then,
I've had it quite a bit.
Really?
In my life. I've had it probably, I wouldn't say hundreds of times, but maybe if it was around the 100 range, I think it would be pretty accurate. Yeah, it's just happened to me. Like, it got to the point where it was happening so much that sometimes it would happen while I, like, fell asleep in class in high school. So there's nothing more frustrating than experiencing it as you're sleeping on your desk in high school, and then you hear the bell ring, everybody gets up, and you can't move. You're stuck,
Jesus.
but you want to move, it's bad. I sort of assume that happens just from having a panic disorder for so long, which I do have. I've lived with a panic disorder for half my life at this point, and I think it's just they go kind of hand in hand. Having to deal with that stuff mentally, and then sleep paralysis. A lot of people that I know that have sleep paralysis have some type of diagnosis like that. So maybe that's why I've experienced it 100 times in my life, but I've definitely had it, and it's not fun.
Certainly seems like
very panic-inducing. Yeah,
exacerbated by each is exacerbated by the other.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
And like as far as like the sleep paralysis, I feel is one thing, and then also the quote unquote like the shadow like people or whatever that could be involved in that. So no joke. Just last month, I had an instance where I was falling asleep. And I was almost like kind of lucid, like about to have a lucid dream. And I haven't ever actually had that. And as it was happening, I was like realizing, I'm dreaming right now. Cool. I can do something with this. And no joke, in my field of view, to the left of me was a like dark figure. And that snapped me out. I was like, no.
Yep. That's how it happens.
Abort. And I managed to like get away from that shit. And I sat up in bed. I had only been like asleep for maybe 15 minutes or so. And I was like, I don't want to go back to sleep just yet.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. You know what? It's actually really interesting you bring that up, because I got into lucid dreaming a few years ago. I don't really fuck with it anymore, but I don't know. I was bored. But I started to read up a lot about it, and one of the easiest ways to get into a lucid dream is when you're experiencing sleep paralysis. Because when you're experiencing it, it's sort of your instinct to be like, I gotta wake myself up somehow. I gotta try and like wiggle my toes. I gotta try and scream. I gotta try and do something. The most terrifying thing about it is that like when you try and scream or yell or something while you're experiencing sleep paralysis, it comes out as a very quiet, very muted, like attempt to say something. Like you can almost do it, but you can't. It's very scary. But it's your instinct to kind of come out of it. But if you were to just accept it as a thing that's happening and kind of fall backwards into your body, into the dream, you almost always experience what's called would that be awake initiated? Yeah, it'd be awake initiated lucid dream. Sleep initiated lucid dream is while you're already dreaming, you kind of have the realization, hey, I'm dreaming right now. I'm going to try flying. But a wake initiated one is that you're awake, you fall into the lucid dream, and you're in this kind of an in-between space where you can interact with the room around you, but it's within your own mind. And it's very interesting, very, very cool, but also very scary. So that's kind of like mostly why I stopped. Like, I don't know if I should be fucking with this.
Right.
So I just found something better to do,
Jeez, I'm learning so much shit on this episode. This is amazing. All right, well, maybe some people who should consider the concept of lucid dreaming, or ICP, when they're having to deal with the witch.
Very nice.
Look at this guy with his segues.
I learned from the best.
Roach coach.
Jumped on my back last night. I couldn't breathe in his clutch. I was frozen with fright. It went on for what seemed like I was a tear to see the witch's face there in the dark in the mirror. The witch told me my girlfriend was a demon, and all this falling in love shit I'm dreaming, and it's pain to the angels if I don't deliver. I sealed her off in a barrel and rolled her in the river. The witch told me my left arm is possessed, so I broke it at first and then I went and confessed. But they put me in a home, the arm still wouldn't leave me alone. Finally had to chew it off at the bone. The witch told me to crawl under my house and just wait. Don't panic if I suffocate. I bit the tail off a possum down there at one point. It's so boring and it's dark, but the witch is my light. Something is standing in between me and my sanity. They say my witch is just a dream of fantasy. I said wake the dead, wake the dead, wake them. I said wake the dead, wake the dead, wake them. The witch taught me how to.
Hey, Shaggy, you're here.
He made it.
He's finally back.
Yeah, only
This was this was the moment whenever I actually decided to write down in my notes, I think Jay has experienced sleep paralysis at some point in his life. But this is also where I want to raise that question regarding the witch that I brought up way back. So, we need to talk a little bit about some biblical shit.
Okay.
So, whenever Satan is referenced in the Bible, a lot of the imagery of Satan as being like, you know, like the whole like Lucifer thing, and he was an angel cast out of heaven or whatever. To my knowledge, most of that came from, once again, the Divine Comedy, Dante's Inferno, which is Catholic fan fiction. It is. But a lot of references to him in the actual Bible and like what scholars refer to is he is known as like it's kind of called like the adversary. His purpose is as an angel, like an actual regular God's angel, to tempt people and test them. So, the question that I want to pose is the witch sort of an unspoken Joker's card of their own?
Ooh.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Ooh.
Because I will say not all of the Joker's cards are necessarily, like, good in a sense. Like, they all have their purpose. And I mean, the witch certainly serves a purpose in this to, like, you know, cause these sort of problems. But, like, my example that I would go to would be Jack Jekyll.
Yeah.
He is not on our side, technically.
Right.
Yeah, because he's basically
He's sitting there
blatantly trying to fuck his brother up so that you go to hell.
To cause you to go to hell. So, I mean, the Joker's cards are not explicitly, like, all good per se. So, I just wanted to throw it out there. I want to throw it out
Same with Malenko, I believe.
Malenko's good, sort of. He's there to, like, show people,
one of them is
where they went wrong.
It's either Malenko or the Ringmaster. Is like,
Probably
you
the
actually have to, like, fight them. And so, like, they're adversarial. No, wait, did you just figure out that the witch might be the most fleshed out character that ICP have ever conceived?
And they just did it in the background of an album.
A somewhat throwaway character on this album might be one of the best things that they've come up with. Are you trying to tell me that?
A central character to this album.
I mean, we kind of know more about the witch than we do, like, some of the earlier Joker's cards, right? You know? I mean, like, just based off of what the album tells us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know a lot
the
about the
Ringmaster,
witch.
you just kind of ride on the wagon with him.
Yeah, we're just kind of like, yeah, we, I don't know,
sit
we
up in
like
the front with him.
Yeah, I just think he's neat.
Picture of Marge holding a potato.
No, she's holding the
Marge
She's holding the Ringmaster.
holding
I
Ringmaster.
just think he's neat.
That really is what it's like listening to that album. Just be like, yeah, I don't get it, but I like him.
The witch has
We
no
are
crime
all
for you to
singing
turn.
that Southwest song.
So yeah, wow, that's god damn. This is why I like doing a show with somebody who is not a juggalo and actually looks at this shit in other ways that I wouldn't have. This is fucking amazing. Oh man, yeah, it's really weird. It's like it's the witch is their own. That's a totally different beast. It would honestly be kind of cool if they went back into the concept of it, because they've never touched it again.
Yeah.
But they also, after it's pretty much any time they've done with a Joker's card, they don't really talk about it again.
Yeah.
And I mean, later on, when they decided to jump back into the Dark Carnival, they don't, I still to this day don't think that they reference any of the old cards prior. Like, I mean, I think the Wraith was the only time where they ever really did, because on, I don't remember which track, but they mentioned the Ringmaster and Malenko and the Wraith all at once. But they don't really talk about it.
I mean, the Ringmaster, I feel, gets brought up like just every so often, just because
he runs the fucking show.
Yeah, just because he's neat, as we said.
But yeah, I mean, wow.
Send us your thoughts.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think about the Witch. This track though, I think this is also an Isham one. No, this is Mike P. Huh.
It's a little more playful than a standard Isham hip hop joint.
Okay. I'll go with that. I appreciate that we get some trade-off verses, because we actually fucking get to hear Shaggy for once.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You know, just in the first verse that we listened to on the show. But there was a line that Shaggy does that I really, really like. It's the beginning of the third verse. The witch told me to put my feet in the fire and hold on until everything below the knee is gone. Now I'm in a wheelchair with only an arm, but don't care. I can still throw my hatchet in the air. So that's actually even
loves
continuing.
that thing on this album.
That's even continuing from the beginning of the first verse, where he chewed off his arm that he was told was possessed. So he only has one arm, and that is explicitly holding his hatchet.
He's dedicated. What
in
can
the
we say?
air.
Yeah.
I think that phrase too, holding my hatchet in the air, that is like used to death. Like you either run with it or you hold it in the air. It's either or.
Sometimes you swing it.
Swing, 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 chop, chop, chop. That's about it. There's not much else.
We swing our hatchets and we're proud.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, they're just, this entire track is they're doing the bidding of the witch.
Yeah.
And I think that they said, I mean, it's even in the chorus, where other people are saying that the witch isn't real. It's just something that's made up. But they're physically seeing the witch. I mean, I think they said, like, it's like in the car with them. Yeah, Shaggy riding shotgun and the witch is in the middle. So yeah, this being is with them. Like, they see it and they're just doing whatever.
Tempting them to do the bad things.
Yeah, exactly.
They love to travel in cars with these beings. It's all very fun for them.
Well, it can't be on a tandem bicycle. What else is it supposed to be on?
Come on. This is an album. This is a concept album. They thought of everything.
And it's a car. They don't have access to black trucks because all the psychopathic riders bought them all. Or stole them. I'm not sure which. So it's a car. It's their hoopty wagon.
Okay, so with the lore of the witch aside, just as a track, how do you guys feel about this on the album?
This one's weirdly peppy sounding.
Yeah,
it is.
It actually is.
They have that kind of like boop boop sound. I mean, I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I dig it. I mean, I think that this still fits more than CPK's does, actually. Even though CPK's
for sure
actually has a bit of a more where the instrumental of it feels more in tune with what this album does. I think this track is structured way better, and I just like it more. So
this sounds almost old school ICP. Like the production of it, like this harkens back.
Yeah, if something like this was done on like Ringmaster, or not Ringmaster, rather Riddlebox, I would say. Maybe Malenko. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think even just the rapping style of it being like a trade-off style is kind of classic ICP. You know, and then we have an excuse to actually hear Shaggy. But I think that, like, I love all of the references leading up to this point, but I think if there was anything negative I wanted to say, because I like the instrumental of the album. I'm sorry, of the song. Mm-hmm. It's just at this point where finally we're learning about the witch. I guess I wanted to learn more because it built up this sort of a lore of the witch, always referencing it in these really subtle ways that you got to pick up throughout multiple songs, and then finally we land on the song "The Witch," and I kind of walk away with it just being like, yeah. She's
Same
bad.
knowledge we had.
Yeah, she's not good. It's like, well, I assumed that.
I'm influenced to do bad things because of the witch, which is what you said before.
She rides my chest. It's like, I get that. I understand that. Who is she? What are her needs? What are her wants? What are her passions? I feel like I just wanted to learn.
Song.
Maybe it was like I wanted to maybe for it to have some kind of a resolution in the end, or to learn more about her place in the lore. Mm-hmm. But we didn't necessarily get that, which is fine. The song I still like. But yeah, I think it lands somewhere in the middle where I kind of wanted it to be the song that's like, oh, now this is storytelling. But we don't really get storytelling on this track. It's just kind of a trade-off, fun track of being like, well, I heard the witch did this shit. And he's like, ooh, that's bad. Well, you know what? She made me chew off my own fucking arm. And it's fun, it's cool, but I almost didn't want it to be fun. I wanted it to be dark. I wanted it to tell a story with an ending, and it didn't do that, which is fine. It's still a great track on the album, but it lands somewhere in the middle for me.
So I'm going to kind of just throw a minor argument about that. At least we get it this early into the record, just shy of the midway point.
Right.
Track 8, we get the witch. Look back on the Wraith. The Wraith's title track is the second to last song.
Right.
Thy Wraith.
No, it's The Wraith. Shut the fuck up. That was the worst decision they made on that entire album. But no, we hear a little bit about The Wraith throughout the album, and then it's the final, second to last track. And it's kind of it's a slow boy, and there's not much, they don't even say too much. There's only 2 actual verses.
You don't really even
there's
learn that much on that track even.
Yeah. So,
other than things that you already assumed,
Right. So,
yeah.
It's still at this point, the witch is more fleshed out than the Wraith is.
That's true.
The actual Joker's card of the Wraith.
Uh-huh.
And that's just one way to look at it. So that's my counter argument to you for that. But by all means, I totally get what you're saying. We still, on the plus side, do hear more references to the witch throughout the rest of the album. So it wasn't like, okay, we got to the song, now we don't have to mention it anymore.
Right.
They do. It's what they were going for.
Which is good, and it's it's appreciated too. Because even the amount that they reference it on the album, again, it's much more thought out than a lot of other albums by then. It really is just like, wow, they put actual thought into referencing this thing over and over again. So it does build this sort of a story. I guess maybe it was just the expectation that it wouldn't be kind of a fun song. And it is kind of a fun song.
It's bouncy. That's what it is. I don't know. Shmi, do you have anything else on this one?
I do not.
As far as this track, I think that they rolled a strike on it. And do you know how you roll a strike? You use...
How, Mike? Tell us.
You use your bowling balls. 2 in a row.
Friends don't come easily, and this I know. And every time I make one, they always say they gotta go. I wanna talk with people and look them in the face. I wanna take them home and they can stay at my place. All the talking I can do, I would never lie to you. We take a quick ride and homicide, then I can find you and I can love you. And technically, even though you're dead, you'll always be around me, cause I'm keeping your head. I keep heads on shelves everywhere in my cellar. I even own the melon of a dead fortune teller. The rotted ones, I keep them up in fat pickle jars. And the new ones, we lay on the lawn and look at stars. It's illegal, I know, but so is smoking weed. And who the fuck give a fuck when you have a need? I collect human heads fresh up off the neck. Face, lips, hair, nose, ears, give me that. Faces, people know more than names. The hair is there and all the brains. Your head would mean so much to me. Your head would mean so much to me.
Bowling Balls.
Bowling Balls.
Produced by
We have-
Esham and
we have-
Violent J.
That's
would've-
really interesting to me that he produced this track.
Really?
Yeah, it's so like we had just talked about in The Witch how it was assumed that Esham produced that track because of just how it sounded, but I forget, one of you made a reference that it's very, very playful. That would be very playful for Esham, but Bowling Balls is the most playful song on the album, and it's bound. It just goes
That's
everywhere. And it's very happy sounding, and I can't imagine him producing a track like this.
I would have given this to Fritz if he wasn't already eliminated from
Yes,
the album.
this sounds like a Fritz.
But with the
song.
remainders, the specific sounds of it, and I think just the instrumentation of it, I could place more with Esham than I would Mike P.
Yeah.
Though Mike P does certainly have he's got a very good grasp on like an all around thing. Like he can do hip hop, but this specific sound, I'm like, I just don't think it's him.
Yeah, it's very beat boopy. It's just very, you know, like there's a lot of like synthetic sounds in it.
Loopy. I like that.
It's a very peppy head cutting song.
Right. But it's the funnest song on the album. I have a memory of being, in the 9th grade, this album had just come out that year. And some of my brother's older friends were like hating on the album because they didn't even really consider it like a Joker's card. They were like, nah, it already ended with the last one. This is just their new shit. It's not very good. And they were particularly talking about the song Bowling Balls. And they were like, they fell off. This is, this is a horrible track. And I was just thinking like, I think this is a great track. This is, and
right?
it's very ICP too. It's a very quintessential like ICP song in its concept and how it's, and how it's executed and how it barely features Shaggy. How it's just sort of a voice in the background. And yeah, it's just a classic ICP song, and it's fun, and I think it's what the album needs because it kind of cuts it off from being, relentlessly dark all of the way through. Because we were calling songs like, The Witch is fun, not really, it just kind of sounds fun.
Yeah,
Bowling Balls is a fun song, and the music video and the film that it came with, they put a lot into it, and I think it shows.
Yeah, I mean, this is direct center on the album. This is basically like a palate cleanser. I mean, it really it's kind of necessary on it, and I mean, it's not even so much like, I mean, this is the one single from the album. Not that this was ever sent to like radio stations. I don't think. If there is an actual like CD single for this, I'd be very surprised. But I mean, there could have been. But obviously, they did make a music video for it. It was not done like to put on MTV or anything like that. Even the shortened down version that's just the 3-minute whatever it is would not be on MTV or anything like that. No. It's not appropriate for it. It's very bloody. Him with a bunch of mannequin heads and whatnot. But for a while, like when I first, like I said before, this wasn't an album that I really cared for too much when I first got it. This would have been like the only song I listened to for a very long time. I didn't care for much else on it, and that's because the rest of the album didn't resonate for me. But I was like, this song's kind of fun. I'll listen to this one. One thing that I should point out too, especially like at this point of the album, Shmi, we will talk. I know that you're probably not the most thrilled about it, but it is on our list. Is in 2006, there was a dual disc release of both Wraith albums that were remix albums.
Ooh, I was going to talk about the remix album at some point on this episode.
Oh no.
I believe, if I remember correctly, this was remixed by Monoxide. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've listened to those two CDs. Most of the tracks I don't think hit the same way. But a couple of them I think they did actually improve on the originals. But I just remember, like, when we were thinking about who was doing the production, is I know that there's production on that, on those albums from Monoxide. I think Fritz does some extra production on it. I can't quite remember. Seven from Strange Music does some of them, and I really need to go back and listen to those because I love Seven as a producer. But I thankfully will touch on those, I think, within the next year. So the two Wraith albums will still be fairly fresh in my mind. so that whenever we talk about these ones, and you can talk about how they're such bullshit compared to the originals. But I just want to remember, like, just point out that I believe that Monoxide did the production for that remix, and I can't remember how it sounds. It's gonna be fun to talk about this.
So yeah, in this track, going back to it, the only real things I had to talk about was that he equates the illegality of smoking weed to all the illegality of murdering people. That's his defense.
Murdering homeless men, yeah.
I mean, have you seen our government?
Come on, let's talk about that.
It's true. But yeah, the only other thing on it is near the end of it, he talks about like the world being crowded, so he's just doing people a favor. And I just felt the need to bring up the fact that overpopulation is a lie to divert attention from the problems caused by very few people, and it's generally classist, if not outright racist. That's what I
read up about that actually over the last couple of years, because I was told my whole life, it's like, humans we're growing too quickly, and then we're this and we're that. And oh wow, that's so interesting. But hearing that just completely debunked was mind-blowing to me. I was like, wow, holy shit, wow, so we're just bad. We're just like, we're just just an awful classist racist system. And then on top of that, we're not even just like good at living, and that's why we're running out of fucking resources. Like, it's horrible. We need to do better. It's not the fucking, it's bad.
We have so much stuff, and just the way that we choose to distribute it to people is like the most inefficient way possible, so it doesn't get to the people who need it, or in a way that's good for the world we live in. It's like, fuck it. And so some rich guy can be like, well, there's too many people, because they know they're not on the chopping block.
Of course, yeah. I used to do this thing that I don't even think works anymore, because the last few times I tried it, like, it didn't work anymore. But this used to be a thing where on Google Maps, I would just tell people, like, if you think we're running out of anything, or running out of space, or there's too many people, or we're crowded, or something like that, just go to Google Maps and drop it anywhere in the United States. Just randomly anywhere in the United States, and I guarantee you it's just fucking Nowheresville. Like, it's just miles away from anything you've ever seen. Maybe it's unused farmland. We're good. But, I mean, lately when you try that, it kind of just, like, automatically like clicks you over to being like, did you mean Kansas City? And I'm like, no. Fucking put me in a cornfield. I'm trying to prove a point.
I said bumfuck Egypt. Put me there.
Come on.
Do what the fuck is that game called? It's run on Google Maps, where it just places you somewhere random and you have to figure out where you're at, like the closest possible place. GeoGuessr. Cool. Yeah. Go on GeoGuessr. It'll plop you somewhere in the middle of nowhere usually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Bowling
Balls itself, I think it's a fun track. It's necessary for the album to have something.
This might be the thing that I had said to you that I feel like this album should have had, where I said that it should have had something to mirror Hell's Forecast on the Wraith, where like Shangri-La was like, let's have a look at this one. I feel like this should have had like a look back up, even if it was like kind of like a bleak thing of like, that's what I could have had.
And I think my argument was, no, you don't get any light in Hell's Pit. You get nothing positive or anything to look forward to. You got here, that is what you have.
Right.
Like there's no hope for you anymore. That you're
But the Wraith, he reaching down.
But you don't know that. Well. The witch is telling you otherwise.
I
eat your arm.
Yeah, do it now, or burn your legs, something. I like how you called this song a palate cleanser, because I very much agree with that. It was just relentlessly dark up until this point. Sometimes it's fun, but I called Suicide Hotline fun, so what the fuck is that? What is that? I was like, I'm having a good time. But Bowling Balls is, it really is a palate cleanser to be like, okay, are you good? The rest of the album, here we go. Because then it just gets dark again.
Bowling Balls, if you put that on another ICP record, it might be like one of the more dark ones, and I only say that in respect to, again, this is a grounded J in the real world.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Just kill, and that's how a lot of ICP stuff is, but like, it's a lot of times in ICP's music, they're killing people that deserve it. Racist bigots, crooked cops, corrupt judges, things like that. Like, those are the people who deserve to die. On this album, there is no they're not following a chart. They are killing without abandon on here. So
Yeah, they do that a lot on this record. It's, we had Crooked Preacher Killers, and then after that point, they're like, I'm in a gas station just shooting. And it's like, oh, okay. It's like, I'm in a Kmart again. And I'm at 7-Eleven. It's like, oh, geez, you're just killing the average. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you deserve to go to hell. Go to hell.
So that's the thing. If this was on another record, it would have been one of the more dark ones, if only for that. And this one, while still being kind of bouncy and whatnot, he doesn't really talk about like how he's killing the people. He just, I have a bunch of heads from people that I killed. Doesn't give any, rhyme or reason as to how, but that's the thing. It's the fact that he's so comfortable about it is what makes, if you really think about it, makes it a little bit unsettling. And that's the thing. So, but no, it's honestly needed on this album, I think. If we just had more of the same, I think that the album's pacing would have maybe fallen a lot sooner. And, getting 2/3 in, it'd have been like, whew, can I listen to something happy?
Right.
Like,
I need something there.
God damn, what came out in 2004 that was positive?
We don't have time to look for it.
Fuck it. We've done that enough on our last couple episodes. Fuck it. So, all right. Nothing else on this one.
No, not really. Oh, except for I like the I just like the little storytelling twist at the end with Dr. Wiggle Farmer.
Yes.
He's
that
just
was
kind of
well
like,
done.
oh, haha, he killed him. Wow, neat. Okay, next track.
Loved it.
All right. Track number 10, 24.
Find me, robbing your jewels, setting fires, damaging and breaking into schools. In the darkness, it's much easier to be heartless. Break the window out the Lincoln and screwdriver start this. Mugging people, dropping on them from street lights, stab them with garden tools or beat them with pipes. So don't come out, stay inside, cozy and tucked. And if I'm breaking in, your old lady's getting all day. Carjacks, get out the van as soon as they step out. I pop them anyways. I rob liquor stores with a little 22 hold. I know it's nothing, but it's something when it's busting at your nose. 30 days. I hit up the beach with cleats on them, stomp bitches in their ass, trying to tan in their thongs. All day. See me fucking hookers at truck stops, and then I kill them, cause that's where my buck stops. All night. I'm wicked and I got the power. Bloodsheds on the wall during the witching hour. In the darkness. See me ride by in an Impala, dragging some fuck ass by the foot and hear him holler.
I love the song. I think that Isham does a great. I love the beat. I love how it transitions between verses. The nighttime, the daytime. It gets a little funkier in the daytime. It's cool. It's fun to listen to. I thought I didn't like this song when I was listening to it last night because I was like, oh yeah, 24. I don't know if I really like it. And I heard it and I was like, I'm fucking stupid. I love this song. Yeah, they're doing a thing again where they're not trading off line by line, but they're trading off like small verse to small verse. And this is really dumb of me, but it wasn't until my friend brought it up because I was listening to this with a friend. She goes, "Oh yeah, 24. Like they're trading off like a full day, of in the night and the." And my stupid ass had never realized that that's why it was called 24 until last night. Even though I'm 30 and I've been listening to this album for half of my lifetime, I was like, like like it felt like when I was like 18 and I finally realized that like the logo to Target is a Target, and I'm just like, oh my god, holy shit! And I tripped out on it for like 10 minutes. I can't believe how fucking dumb I am. But yeah, that's what I have here in my notes. I never understood the name of the song after all this time.
See,
I had to actually search through the lyrics and see that they're like 24/7. We're doing this. I'm like, that's probably what they mean.
See, but they totally dropped the ball on making a sequel to 12.
Oh, look at that.
They could have done that, and they didn't. And well, it's clearly a failure because of that.
Damn.
No.
I'll text Ouija. He'll text Shaggy. He'll text Jay. And then he'll know.
You fucked up, man. It's going to be that Fred Durst message. You fucked up, man.
You could have did a sequel to 12.
So all I really said on this was like, I thought the Wicked Clowns were good. Because they specifically drop a Wicked Clowns in this, and I'm like, but they're the Wicked Clowns. And then earlier I had already brought up the whole thing of where they're talking about their own exploration of hell through this. So I'm like, it makes more sense in this case. But when I wrote this, I was just like, it's weird that they're playing this as themselves more so than just a rando, like they kind of do in other ones.
Right.
Yeah, it's another song where they kind of go, they go to real life places. They're at the beach or they're at the liquor store, and then they're just killing people and stuff. And you can tell that they're being themselves. I mean, you have they sound like ICP here. They sound like the clowns here.
Right.
Like he's saying what, like fook instead of fuck. That's very ICP. It's very Juggalo.
Yep.
But yeah, the production on the album, great. The lyrics on the album, I think, are really fun. I like the beat changes, I like how it gets funky. I think this is a solid track.
Yeah, I agree. If the entire song sounded exactly the same, it wouldn't stand out. It would be a skip. But having that instrumental change between Jay and Shaggy's verses makes it a lot more fun, a lot more dynamic. So I'm looking at the lyrics right now. Who is more dastardly? Is it Jay's nighttime romps, or is it Shaggy, with his daytime joy that he's partaking in?
I'd say Shaggy's more of a little fucker here. He's kind of like putting cleats on just to stomp on girls' asses at the beach, And then on top of that, he's like,
was. Oh man,
yeah,
that's unpleasant.
And then on top of that, he kills a sex worker. And I'm just kind of like, I know this is all, that's my line always, is that, like, I could be, like, rapping along to, like, a Twisted song in the shower or something, and they're talking about killing people. They're talking about this. It's all fake. But, like, whenever Monoxide talks about, like, beating his girlfriend or something, I'm like, you piece of shit. I'm not rapping along with you, you little coward. You little fuck. Yeah, I just can't do it. So that's my personal lines. So when I hear lines like that, I'm just like, not that cool, not that funny.
That's where your buck stops.
Yeah, that's
where
my
reference
buck
to
stops.
Shaggy's line.
And that's the thing. I mean, that's one of the things that has happened for me. Like, even just doing this podcast, while we wanted to, like, look at stuff and just, like, we say, like, analyzing the music and shit, sometimes it's just like, I like this song, it sounds good.
Yeah, of course.
It's pleasant to my ear holes, but I've really, like, in the last probably decade or so, give or take, been a little bit more conscious as to things that are fucked up and what shouldn't be said. And it's like, man, some of this shit that I'm hearing on here is kind of not cool. Like, right. I'll call it out. I'm still listening to it, but man, does it sometimes leave a sour taste in my mouth about that. Like,
yeah, it just kind of feels too real to me sometimes, and that's why I kind of just draw the line there. Like, I actually think that maybe Monoxide was just going through it on the Green Book or something, because he just keeps talking about it. I was cheated on, boo-hoo. It's like, okay, fuck, who cares, dude? Like, because it's always talking about just, like, killing that girl. Oh, you fucked my boy. Oh, and then I'm gonna beat her, and I'm gonna do all this stuff. It's like, why don't you go to therapy, dude? Why don't you deal with this shit? Because the killing and all that stuff, it feels so theatric. It feels so, like, acted out. It feels like a horror movie when he's just talking about, like, yeah, my girl cheated, so I beat her. And I'm like, oh, you're a piece of shit, dude. You suck.
Yeah. There's a big difference between just, like, I cut people's heads off and keep them as a collection. It's like, you're cartoony. That's fine, right. You little scamp. But, like, a lot of this stuff sometimes is just like, I think you might be serious right now.
Yeah,
I'm not
I think you've actually done that. Like, I don't think you actually killed people with a shovel, but I think you might have, or would even want to, beat your girl. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's, So yeah, that feels just a little bit too real to me. So yeah, my long-winded answer was that I think Shaggy's a little
Shaggy
here.
Gets the fuck you for that. You go to Hell's Pit first.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got anything else on this one?
Do not.
All right.
Track number 11, Burning Up.
It's Rochelle fucked on her boyfriend in her boyfriend's bed, and Crazy Carlos smacked his baby mama off in the head, and Jonathan beat his son like his daddy beat him, but swore he'd never do nobody like his daddy did him. And then Sandra used her pussy hole to get to the top, and Baby D, he shot somebody, it went bad from the drop. And then Diane worked at a hospital, took care of old souls. She was abusive, her afterlife sees no gold roads. And Mr. Richards was a richie fella, born with every penny. Everyone around him hungry, but he never gave him any. And then Steven was a businessman, an educated citizen. At the top, pornography of children in his laptop. Take your spot and hang out, cause it's crowded in hell. You in the belly of the beast, now it was heaven in jail. And don't try to make no friends, cause don't nobody got no tongues. If the witch look your way, somehow it crushes your lungs.
All right, we have Burning Up, and I have a few things to say about this track.
Please share with the
do I.
class.
First, let's talk about on Genius, where it has an annotation for the intro by Shaggy 2 Dope, where it just says, screaming something in the background as he usually does when he doesn't have a verse on the track. That's Shaggy for you.
Oh yeah, I tried upvoting that last
Dastardly.
night, but because I wasn't logged into Genius, it didn't let me.
The other thing that I really have to say about this is throughout this whole track, by my count, 3 out of 4 women are in hell for sex, and everyone else is pretty much like done something. Like the first one that he mentions, is like, she cheated on somebody. That's hellbound for you. The
Yep.
other one, it's like, she slept her way to the top of a company or whatever. Like, that's hell for you. Another one was, I guess they're just trying to say that she was a gold digger, I assume. And like, I don't feel like any of those are like as serious as anything else that you say. You're
No.
like, the fourth woman that they bring up, it's like, okay, she abused people at a nursing home. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's a terrible thing. The rest of this is like, shut up. Like what you were saying about like monoxides things and stuff, like, clearly these are things that you specifically have a problem with, but
Yes,
to sit there and like
exactly.
label them as like hellbound
Exactly.
shit, that's a problem you need to work out.
That was my exact, like, those were my notes on the song, is that I said that there's a really cool flow to the song. I really like the instrumental of the song. And I know I say that a lot. I'm really listening to the instrumental being like, oh, the production, I really, really like this. I like the instruments that they use. I like the panning. I like the effects. I like, the switch in it.
The good vocals, like in the in-between verses section. That
Right. Yeah, and it's a good song, but it's kind of trying to be another like righteous ICP song, where they're like, we're killing crooked preachers, or we only do this stuff. But I disagree a lot with some of the lyrics that like what would actually land you in hell. And I have a quote here that just says, Sandra used her pussy hole to get to the top. And then my note on that was, good for Sandra. Because like, what the fuck is like, I support Sandra. Also, he drops a ye old F slur in this song as well.
I was gonna say I knew that it got used at least once more.
It's in this track.
Yeah, towards the end. Yeah, last verse.
Oh, there it is. I see him there.
Okay. Your guys' opinion on that?
No.
I'm annoyed with it all the time.
I've learned over time that word is shit, should not be used, and this is a time period that Jay uses it very, very frequently.
Right.
Which is crazy when we found out that like, oh wow, he's using this word a lot nowadays, and his producer is gay.
I didn't know about that until just recently when
Yeah.
he did an interview.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know Mikey Clark was fucking gay.
It's not Mike Clark.
Mike
it's
P.
Mike P.
Is it Mike P?
It's Mike P.
It is Mike P, the one who's actually on
Yes.
the boards while they're doing all of this.
So we figured this out. I did some digging, and yeah, like there was that recent interview that Jay did a couple months back, where he said,
Which is
I
a
was
good interview.
saying the F-bomb, all this, and and our producer was gay, and I'm like, wow, like Mike Clark was gay and whatnot, and then one of our listeners, lovely Stank Biscuits, sent me this video from like 2003, I think. I think they were on the Wraith tour, and he was talking about Mike P, and he said Mike P is a I can't say any of it. A fiery homosexual. I will say that. That's compare the context. And he says, "But I love him," and I'm like, "Oh, they were talking about Mike P."
Wow.
But like, you never used that word from before 2000. I don't think they almost ever say
it. Comes up on. It comes up on. I think in Carnival of Carnage, he drops it. Yeah.
They did it on Juggalo Brothers because they were talking about Jonathan Davis. But
also Carnival of Carnage, it's in there.
Oh yeah,
I recall. But yeah, it's
But yeah,
he
fucking
it's the whole
throwing
thing.
it out so much from 2000 from the Wraith on, and yet Mike P is gay, and you're saying the word, but apparently like Mike P was cool with it. Mm-hmm. It's like, what did he give you like your F-bomb card?
Handed him the pass.
Yeah, handed him the pass, which does not exist. It just shouldn't just. You don't say it. Just fucking don't.
The pass is, "Are you fucking me right now?"
Yeah. So yeah. I assumed it was Mikey Clark.
No,
until just now.
And that's
Mike
what
P.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people did. I even went on on Faygo Lovers whenever that interview came out, and people were like, "Yo, did Jay just out Mikey Clark?"
Yeah.
And so we even said it. Like I said it on the show once, and then it was like a month and a half later when I was given that interview, and was like, "No, it was Mike P."
It's Mike P. Wow.
Yep.
I guess that makes a little more sense, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just
to really like hammer that word in much more whenever your producer identifies as homosexual. That's very, very nice.
Right.
You're such a nice person, Jay.
So my opinion on it is that because I talk about ICP a whole lot. Mm-hmm. So my fans will, who like my music, there's nothing like this. They'll say, "Oh, check them out sometime." I go, don't do it. Like, you're not gonna unless you grew up with it, you probably won't like it, or you kind of like music in a similar genre. It's not going to mean the same thing to you. And also, I got to tell you, very problematic stuff. It's not necro problematic, but it's bad. It could be, and occasionally a fan will reach out and say, "Well, you know what? I was trying to get into ICP because you were, because I like you so much, and this stuff's really problematic." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit, dude. Like this, I've told you that 1,000 times." And they'll say like, "Oh, they were on this here's a radio interview where they're just being terrible, they're just being awful," and I just have to explain to them like, "Look, it was a different era. It was just a different time, and it was much more normalized then. Like the fact that they didn't get called out for it then is because everybody just sort of accepted it. There's that horrible interview on Howard Stern where them and it was ICP and it was that really famous one with Sharon Osbourne. Mm-hmm. And the things that they're saying about Ozzy and the things, like they're saying the word like retard a whole bunch. Not them, but I mean like Howard and Sharon. Yep. And these are just like grown people at the time. I could just look at how they're talking, and we would never do that now. Mm-hmm. We would never do that shit now. It's changed. And on top of that, they're in a genre of music where it's just, they were on shock radio at the time, promoting the genre of music that they do. For me, it's completely forgivable, and I'm also I'm completely desensitized to it. I'm a bit of an F slur myself. I'm not straight, and so for me, I'm just kind of like, I don't really care because I'm a juggalo. And also I spent a lot of my life from when I was like 14 years old listening to I watch a lot of rap battles, and I don't know if you guys are into rap battles at all. That word was used so much, so often, and is still used by like certain battlers will still drop it. And we're just like, how is he getting away with this? Oh my God, because that's just a subgenre that doesn't care yet. They're starting to, but they don't care yet. You have to give people time to catch up. Jay's interview, I forget where it even was, but it was the one that we were referencing from recently. I think it was a great interview, where he just kind of openly talked about, his own daughter was just like, "Dad, why would you say this stuff?" And he's just like, "Because I'm fucking stupid.
Because I was a fucking idiot." He's like, "And if if your friends ever ask, why did I do that, just tell them your dad was a fucking idiot."
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's awesome, dude.
Just didn't know.
That shows a level of growth that is much appreciated, and there's some people who won't do it. I mean, I listen to ICP, and unfortunately, we still hear those kinds of slurs nowadays, and even in their music. But like, I've said this countless times. I listen to Eminem, and in 2020, it's still a word that comes up on not his most recent album, but the album prior. He had a sly at Tyler the Creator and censored the word, but you still said it.
You still used it, yeah.
Like, why bother backmasking it? Either A, stick to your guns and just leave the fucking word in there.
You say it,
or B, think of a different thing to say.
Right, use a different word.
It's unnecessary, and that's the thing. Like, there's
like, if you're gonna be a scumbag, don't be a bitch about it too.
Yeah. Like, there are far worse things that you can call somebody aside from that, but just attacking somebody and having that label as the one thing that you're going to bash somebody for, it's juvenile. Just fucking don't. It's not difficult. Like I've said the word when I was younger, and then I learned no, there's no reason to. It's not something that I need to say because I know that it causes harm, and I don't want to be a piece of shit. There is a level...
We all have the internet now.
Yeah.
Like catch up.
Like, sorry, just fucking look at, like, unless you want to go out of your way to be a piece of shit, there's no fucking need for it. So that's the thing. And that's why, like, even though, like, this is a time period where I think the Violent J does a lot of some of his best work lyrically and in his delivery and whatnot, it's got that little asterisk of, oh, but he used homophobic slurs.
Yeah.
Like, it fucking sucks. And this is a song that I think really stands out on this record. Instrumental's great. Everything that he's
Love
saying,
the instrumental.
Everything that he's saying in there is to the point, so you know what each person did. But also his voice. This is I can tell when any ICP song was made, like, year or so or era, based on Violent J's voice, because his voice changes so much based on what time it is. And the way that he's saying shit on this track, it's almost like he's just yelling. Like,
right.
Like, he smoked a bunch of weed before he did this take, and so his throat is fucked up, and he is yelling these verses. And I think it's perfect. Like, it's about this track called Burning Up. He's got fucking smoke all up in his throat. Shit, he was burning something. And he just went off on this track. And I think it fits together really well. If not, again, marred by some small problematic bullshit. Not necessarily small, but, you know, those...
At least there's a lot of judges burning. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we don't... There's so many fucking judges. So many fucking judges. But,
so,
I would agree that this is an important song on the album, and I think it's really well done. The instrumental, the vocals especially, it's just... I mean, when I first heard this album, I go, "Oh, he's rapping now. Like, he's really doing it."
He went off.
We all have our own little lines that we draw in the sand, and for me, I don't mind hearing the F slur. I'm so used to hearing it, and it's I'll hear it in battle rap still. It won't even faze me. I think I'm just really desensitized to it, and. I mean, but we're all different. Like, I don't ever use it on my podcast, but I'll use the word in my personal life a lot just when referencing myself, my friends, my partner who's also not straight. I'm with somebody who's, let's just say, gender nonconforming. Okay. And she's wonderful. I love her. I love Billy. I love you, Billy. I know you're not listening. This is a long episode about Juggalo shit, but she's fucking great, and but she also grew up just being like just beat up in bathrooms because everyone thought that she was gay because she went to an all girls school and they were like she dressed a certain way, and to be fair, they nailed it. She was not straight at all, and I think that's why the relationship works so well. But it's cute. But we both have this history of just like hearing that word out car windows when they drove by, or I heard that word shouted at me as I was getting my ass kicked in the bathroom in high school and stuff. So to me, I'm like, I get to reclaim it. Like, I get to say it. I get to call myself that. I get to say that because I heard it so many times. So yeah, to me, it doesn't really bother me that he's saying it because I'm like, yeah, 'twas the era. At least he wasn't one of those people that were like punching me while saying it. That was cool of him.
Yeah.
But
That's good,
and
yeah.
I know that in his heart, he's not. The people that said it then weren't hatefully, vengefully. They themselves were not actually homophobic. They were just raised in a society that normalized using that term. I used it too, and I was fucking gay. It was just something that happened. So for me, it's fine. I'm almost like more pissed off at the Sandra used her pussy hole to get to the top part because I'm still just like I support Sandra. I will do anything for her. She does not deserve to go to hell for this, you asshole. Like like you had her so close to someone who like stored child porn on his fucking computer. Like but no, this person that was like raised in a very just a very misogynistic world actually used something to her benefit to get to the top. Let her do it. Like it's fine. It's all fine. So yeah, that speaks, I think, more on society than someone who used to just, like this is a world that just said gay like it was nothing,
Yeah.
especially at the time. So for me, I'm just kind of like, okay. And then for years after that, I heard it in battle rap, and I'm just like, yep, just what people say. It's corny. And that's kind of what I look at it now. I'm not, I can't believe they would say that. I could very much believe they would say that. And
Right.
I just kind of shrug it off, being like, yeah, it's corny.
Yeah, I'm annoyed by it, and I'm like, just come the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, like, my thing is just, like, I know that there are people out there for, like, in your case, I guess, like, it's worked out for you pretty well, but I know a lot of people, like, still connect it to traumatic experiences,
Yeah,
and, like,
for
hearing
sure,
it is
for
just
sure.
not good, and I'm like, just stop. Just cut it out. Just
Mm-hmm.
fucking cut. Just stop.
As,
like,
as me being the cishet male here, who really, yeah, exactly, who really
get off the cast.
who should not have any opinion on it. That's just the stance that I've had of, oh, I'm not gay, nor am I homophobic. I have no need to say the word, so that's why I don't.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple. For the people who, can claim it, you said that, as Shmi said, like, you have done what you can to just, reclaim that, whatever. Major props, it's not easy for a lot of people from what it seems like. So, it's a different, you even said, we draw lines in the sand differently, and that's totally fine. I'm not going to go out of my way to say something that's going to piss somebody off just because. That's how I see it. So anytime that these songs come on, if I know the words and I'm rapping along, I don't say it. I'll pause that line and then continue after it stops. And it's taken time for me to not do that. I've had other songs come up recently where I forgot that it was in there, and I'm like, oh shit. God damn, this song that was from 2008 and they had the audacity to say it?
Right.
It's terrible, but no, it's...
Yeah, it still existed for a long time after that, even,
Oh, yeah.
I would never tell somebody else, like, hey, I'm fine with this, so you're good, right? You're fine, huh? It's like, no, I'm okay with it, but that's where it ends. It's like, to my partner, to close friends, to things like that. I just think it's funny now, more than anything. Like, I think it's funny that we're not straight, and she'll be like, what do you want for dinner? And I'm just like, let's have this. And she goes, no. And I'll go, why? She'll go, because that's gay. And I'm just like, I can't believe we reclaimed it this much. That it's like, at first it was something that we said.
Junior high all over again.
Yeah. And then we all hit a point where we're like, no, that's bad because it's this and that. And now we're like in our 20s and 30s and just be like, I got to tell you, bud, it's pretty gay of you. And I don't like that. It's just funny to me now. But, I wouldn't tell my fans that because because we're in the era that I should be very careful about what you say, and they can't know that but then again, we say it on our podcast all the time sometimes, so like it's fine. But still, if the line that somebody else drew is well before that, just respect it. Just say okay, that's fine. They're different than you, and they could have a different, relationship to the word. I used to hate it all the time, but now I'm just kind of like, I love that about me. And I loved my upbringing, and I loved my high school experience, even if I was getting my ass kicked in the shower. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was in the shower, and they fucking jumped me in my own home. In the bathroom, in the school bathroom, I like that. I hated it at the time. I think it molded me into the person that I am today, and I just I'm kind of grateful for that, at least, I'm glad I wasn't one of those people that were doing it. I would rather be the person that was getting jumped than the person doing the jumping,
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I feel
Just
about
be kind to a motherfucker.
Song. Yeah.
Went off on that, and for a good reason. So I that
give him a round of applause.
Round of applause.
Hey, let's put it in right here, fellas.
All right.
So, yeah.
We talked about burning up for 2 minutes, and then we talked about social issues for about 10.
Yeah, we're just like, yeah, but anyway, it's a good song. Moving on.
Yeah.
It's a great tune.
Move on.
Up next,
and
though, we have
support
another
sex
good
workers,
song
that's
in
all.
track. Yeah. Track 12, Sedatives.
Dr. Davis, telephone please. Dr. Davis, telephone please.
Dr. Forrest, dial
Oh, no.
118, please. Dr. Forrest, please dial 118.
Dr. Blair, Dr. Blair, Dr. J. Hamilton, Dr. J. Hamilton.
I like to suffocate people and bite their necks. They got me in a place that ain't like the rest. And all you gotta do is try to go for the neck. And it's sedatives like that. Slow down, color smear all around. Weird sounds, in the mind of a clown. And a wicked one somehow spinning around. Kneel me down the hallway, arms strapped down with sedatives. Hanging all up the neck from the IV. Sedatives for the lively, study me. Ask me, no answer. I'm cutting your neck first chance, White walls, white floors, small rooms. After sedatives, they become ballrooms. Crows fly by my window, slow. Headed that way, but looking at me, though. Sedatives, looking at me. Sedatives, looking at me. Sedatives. I'm an accident, human malfunction at best.
This place does not keep people sedated very well. Nor does it have very good security. It's absolute garbage.
I'm starting to think this mental hospital is not very well funded.
I'm not thinking so. Somebody also poses the question, they don't pose the question, they actually just outright say it, but it brings up the question of if life in such a state is worth living. And I feel like way too many people try to make that decision for someone else, and they shouldn't.
So this I feel like a lot of my notes are the same, and they start out with just like, loved the instrumental, I really like the instrumental of this, but it's true.
A lot of atmosphere on this album.
Tons of it. Mm-hmm. And Mike P, even though we kind of credited him for being like, oh, his rock influence and this or that, I don't feel it at all in this, but he nails it. He nails this sort of just creepy inside of a cold hospital feel to this song. I think he did incredible. I love the rapping style. I think that, this is another good example, and I keep kind of drawing it back to somebody like Necro, who's more hip hop than death rap, but the lyrics are just woof. But it's just here's the beat, it doesn't change very often, and here's the flow, and it's like this the entire time. Insane Clown Posse will change that so many times through the verse, and it's very well acted, it's very well performed. All of the fluctuation and the delivery, it goes everywhere, and I think that adds a lot to the song, because often what you'll see is that they'll say something and then you can hear it. They'll say something and then you can hear it happening. They'll talk about stabbing someone, you hear the stab. They'll talk about a gunshot, you hear the gunshot. Bat, bat, bat. It adds so much to it, and they'll do that more than a lot of artists. It'll just be scattered throughout the entire verse, and the way that they fluctuate and deliver these lines. I wrote down the line in particular that we didn't get to, but Jay says, I want a lobotomy, no shock therapy, come clean me, nurse, take care of me. He just for a second sings those lines in a way that's just very within his range, and it sounds really good. It's just such a dope part of the verse. This song, this is one of my standout tracks. I think all of the way Shaggy does good on it, and he takes up what seems like an equal part of the song, which is nice. This is one of the standout tracks for me.
Hell yeah.
This is a song that never really jumped out at me whenever I listened to it before, but nowadays I'm like, okay, no, I get like what the story is being told there, and it's like it's called sedatives. These people, Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, clearly need this to I don't want to say function like normal people, but it's to prevent them from fucking harming everyone else around them.
Right.
Yes.
I want to see if there was like any standout lines, but unfortunately, I couldn't.
These are meditatives.
Yeah, that's what was that supposed to be? Like,
Hey, when they
He
just throw
thought they were
lines like
sedatives,
that.
and they weren't.
they were meditatives.
Yeah, I hate when I take my sedatives and I go, oh, drats. These were only meditatives all along.
That's. I will say. There is a reference to the witch at the end as well.
Yeah, there
but
is.
Shaggy's last verse, heard one guy say, "Why even let it live? There's probably no sedatives
That's
in
what I-
hell, and
yeah.
that's the only reason I'm alive still." So, what is that like? So if Shaggy would die, he wouldn't have any medication. He would just run rampant in hell. But is that
Something like
but is that also the same Shaggy who was trying to go and see Violent J, who was dead outside of his place with no head?
Yeah, this is
think
where it
they've
starts
lived.
getting a little. It's not so linear, you know?
Yeah.
They've lived many lives throughout this album.
Right.
But no, it's interesting because this is actually it's again Jay doesn't have to yell on here. Shaggy yells, but that's because Shaggy has two.
Shaggy.
He has two ranges, loud and louder.
Yep.
But Jay, sometimes one of the best things about what he says is how he says it, and whenever he does it in such a calm way, that's almost more like off-putting than if it was being yelled at you.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's that level of calmness that is very unsettling, and just calm. Like you could watch. I don't really watch like horror movies or anything, but it's one thing for like a killer to yell, "I'm gonna cut off your fucking head with this machete," down a hallway at somebody, as opposed to the person who is inches away from your face who's saying, "I'm slowly going to take this knife and slit your throat." There is something that's a lot more creepy and terrifying just with that, because it's saying so much with so little and with such little effort that does so much more. And it's done very well on this song.
Mr. Blonde doing a weird dance to Stuck in the Middle with You is more horrifying than some guy who's just screaming mad. I think it's Mr. Blonde. I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs in a minute.
I've never seen it, so that reference.
Okay, here's a different one. Michael Myers standing outside across the street staring through a window at you is more horrifying than somebody just...
You know what? There we go. Even though you've never seen a Halloween movie either.
I prefer like kind of a calm, creepy Jay than someone who's like his voice in Sedatives as opposed to his voice in Crooked Preacher Killers. Because sometimes that loudness really lends to the track, like in Burning Up. I think it fit like really, really well. But sometimes when he's just giving that monotonous one tone, here's the tone to the song the whole time, it doesn't hit me as hard. But when he's going up and down, there's a lot of fluctuation in it. He's delivering it in a really interesting way. Sometimes he gets very calm. Sometimes it's almost sing-songy. Sometimes, it's like, you never hear that from Shaggy, not really, because, he really does just go loud and louder. I couldn't imagine Shaggy just doing a soft-spoken kind of a sing, like a melody verse. And then sometimes when he's made to, you could just tell that Jay is like, well, this is how I wrote it, so this is how you have to do it.
But then
it never feels right.
And you even have like Jay whenever he's like doing his yelling, like say on like Crooked Preacher Killers. That's only like a 3 for Blaze. Like,
Yeah, really, yes.
so it could be way worse. So, I've got nothing else on sedatives. Either of you?
No, it's a great track. It's a fun track. It's one of my favorites. It's not up there, but really solid all the way through.
It is good as hell.
All right. Well,
Up
I
next.
think that it's about time that we have some love on an ICP
All right.
album.
Finally.
It's never happened before.
No, but it happens
here we are.
in my room.
Terrible.
Are you gonna let me in? Hello? Hello?
2:45 and the bell went off, thank God. Many people think I'm odd, but I talk with no one and I walk alone and I avoid sunlight with a chalky tone. I get home and don't say hi, it ain't no one there. I don't care, I walk in and go right up the stairs to my room, get in bed and just wait for dark because that's when a real show starts. Tap, 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 tap on a glass, go to piece of ass. So young and pretty, it's too bad she passed, but she comes to my room and we talk at night. She's demonic and bloody, but she holds me tight in my bedroom. With her, I'm never alone, and I kiss her cold lips until the morning come and she gone. I can still hear her voice loom, but she only exists in the dark of my room. I can't ignore you. In my room. Do anything for you, lady. I do adore you. In my room. Tap tap on a piece of ass. I can't ignore you. In my room. Do anything for you, lady. I do adore you. In my room. Tap tap on a piece of ass. I try to smile a lot, but I'm always.
So I have to bring something important up about this track.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go back to Genius again to read you another annotation.
Oh, God.
All
Where's
right,
that?
let's hear it.
Okay.
It is the note on the track overall. It's not an annotation for a specific line. It's just the breakdown of the song.
Okay.
A love song by ICP. This song is about a guy in love with a ghost, a person that can only appear at night, a person that's not really there but still driving this guy insane. Now that's a pretty good wrap-up of this track, right? Well, let's skip to the very next line that he wrote that they decided to just throw in at the end. Even when women are not real, they still control you and make you do bad things. You are so close to just telling us about the track and letting it go.
Just
Jesus
tell the fuck
Christ.
off. So,
I like this song.
I actually lied earlier about Bowling Balls being
Uh-oh.
the only song that I really cared about whenever I was younger, like, listening to this album. This was the other one. I fucking love this track.
I
Straight up.
love this fucking track.
There we go. 3 on the
It's
board.
It's hands down my favorite track on the album. This is my favorite fucking song on the
Whoa.
album. This
Nice.
is such a good song to me.
is bold.
It's a great storyline. The production on it. I'm looking here. Mike P
yeah,
again
P.
nails it, and Jay's vocals are mixed very very well on it. He's kind of had that like lower kind of a grumbly rapping that he's doing, but it's still very soft and it's just very authentic and very very good. It's just really, really good. I love the concept of being in love with this ghost that I'm not sure if I agree with the genius person that says that they were never there at all. I mean, in this reality where there's the witch and there's the, like why couldn't there actually be a ghost in your room?
Right.
But the storyline, the progression of the storyline, I think I mentioned this it was hours ago at this point, obviously, but in Suicide Hotline, when I spoke a little bit about the progression of each verse kind of revealing a little bit more. This is a really great example of that and how it kind of ramps up. I even love, the fucked up lines where I think I have a line here, so I twisted its fucking head off at the neck, of him killing that cat is almost like it's like foreshadowing for the fucked up things he's willing to do in order to keep this thing in his life, and it of course ends with him killing that whole family. Yep. Fellas, when I was 14 years old and I heard the lines, what is it? I cut the screen, went in and found the kid, blew a bowl of spaghetti in the side of his head. I lost it. Like, I lost my mind. I was, holy shit, that's the coolest ICP line I've ever fucking heard. Because it's not fun. It's just so descriptive and so fucking badass as far as horror music goes. I blew a bowl of spaghetti in the side of his head is such a fucked up and cool, vivid line from this project that's kind of looked at to be bad at rapping, bad at writing, just joke music. There's no joke about that. That's a fire line. That's a really, really good line. And yeah, the ending, you know, being kind of you know, sad of just saying, I killed these people and it was kind of all for nothing.
Yeah.
It's my favorite song on the album, start to finish. It's fantastic.
Yeah, this is one that it always just kind of stuck out. I mean, the joke of a love song by ICP. We've joked about it on literally every one of their albums. And yet this is one that like almost has a sense of sincerity, but
yes,
being offset by that, like, you know, oh, the cat scared her. Okay, well, I gotta kill the cat. Like,
right.
That's it. And then, you know, at the end where he says she can't come back because the neighbor's kid saw her. And instantly he's like, okay, well, they have to die. Clearly, like that's
right.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
There is no. Hey, can you like not look at my house from hours blank to blank?
Right.
You know, could you you know, take a trip at this time or something like that? Like, no, they have to die. Clearly, that's the most logical thing that has to happen.
I actually just realized that this reminds me of a classic from the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark series. One of the stories is about these kids who see some other kid who has like a cool ass drum that like has like little mechanical people that dance whenever she plays it, and they're like, we want that drum, and she's like, go do bad shit and make your mom mad. And so they do it, and like they come back and she's like, not bad enough, and like eventually they just like they're so horrible, and whenever they come back she's like, oh, I thought we were just like playing a game, I wasn't really gonna give you the drum. And then they come back and like their mom left them.
Oh fuck.
Shit. That shit gets
and that's like what happens in this, like he does all of the shit that he thinks that will keep her with him, and then she just never comes back again.
It was all for nothing. Yeah.
I also should say, like, just to foreshadow whenever we talk about the remix albums, I love the remix of this one. It's got acoustic guitar on it. It's kind of repetitive. You might not like it, Shmi, because of it being kind of repetitive, but there's just something about it that makes it like
it's gonna be another Hocus Pocus.
No, it's the fact that it kind of makes it seem more like uplifting, which makes it a little bit creepier. I don't if that makes any sense. Like, but no, even this version, like, it's still really fucking good, and I always have liked this one. Again, Jay storytelling is fucking amazing on this record. It is
great.
on point, and you know, say what you want about ICP, you know, not being lyrical masters, they're not. But damn, can every now and then they tell a really, really good story.
When they're on.
Yeah.
They nail it sometimes. You know, they really, really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking,
So yeah,
love that song.
In My Room. I think that's all we got for that.
Yeah, said all I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I love it. It's perfect. That's it.
Solid Juggalo love song. So track 14, Basshead Attack.
It's just my family's out of gas. They're around the corner, and you know, I just got off work. And man, if you could just give me like a couple bucks, man, I can mail it right back to you as soon as I get.
So there I was, watching Sanford and Son, working the graveyard shift at a party store, rolling a spliff. I'm behind the glass, I see crackheads all night, but tonight the moon is red and shit ain't feeling so right. My first sight was a basshead trying to break into my car. Plain view too, I ran out with a crowbar, hammered it across his cranium. He fell over dead, but no blood, only dust. He's a fucking basshead. Here come another one jumping out of a tree, but I ain't even had the movie missed by like 20 feet. He slammed down on the pavement. I quickly started kicking, beat him with the crowbar till he finally stopped twitching. Look behind me, seen another zombie in the register. I'm used to shooing them off from begging from the customers, but now I gotta reach up under the seat and grab the hand axe, whipped it from there and stuck it into his back. The attack of the beast, they got a mission. They always on the hunt for something, they always miss it. The attack of the beast, every city, every town, they always on the hunt for something, never to be found. The attack of the beast, they got a mission. They always on the hunt for something.
All right, so more or less a zombie attack, but
A zombie song.
drugs.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't care much for the angle whenever it comes to like an issue that was intentionally caused to destroy communities, and it's just something foisted upon people, and it's something that shouldn't have ever happened, and it dehumanizes people who need help.
Totally.
But the general song, if I just kind of ignore that, like it kind of rules.
Yeah. So, quick note for these final tracks from 14 to 17 on. These are all produced by Isham. Which is kind of interesting because
Really? This was?
Yeah, I really thought this was Mike P. But no, this is Isham. And so yeah, I did put like The Walking Dead, but with cocaine.
Right.
But
yeah,
my two notes back to back was Shaggy solo track, and then
look at him go.
And then oh wait, never mind.
Oh, there's a J-verse at the end, right?
There's a J-verse at the very end.
There's like, in my opinion, not a very good J-verse at the end. Like, they could have not done it.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. If you would have left it at just the two from Shaggy, or maybe given him another final verse, like even if it was just like a half verse, it'd have been fine. But no, Violent J, you actually did something worse.
He snuck
what the hell?
Yeah, he snuck onto the album or onto the song last minute.
Right. So this is one that I've kind of always skipped. Not gonna lie. I mean, the beat is fine, and that chorus is fucking dope. Especially instrumental. That heavy ass guitar sounds great. But yeah, lyrically, it's not one that I've always been like, yay for. And I feel bad because I don't want to say that Shaggy is the reason for that. It's just, again, it's kind of the subject matter. It's one that I just don't really care for too much. So,
yeah, I fully agree, because in my notes here, I say this is weirdly one of my least favorite songs on the album, and I don't really know why. Because, the instrumental's fine, Shaggy's doing fine, I like the chorus, and I really love the concept of the song. Not the concept of the song, but I really like, I guess, the zombie theme of the song, I should say.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there's like some funny lines in it. There's the person jumping out of the tree, and I didn't even have to move. He missed by like 20 feet. It's cool. It's funny. I think Jay's verse at the end could have just not, like, I'm excited for just an all Shaggy song. Just let him do it. And that doesn't happen ever on this album, right?
No, and that's the thing, and we pointed out before, if you give Shaggy the opportunity to do a solo track, especially if it's either like two short verses or just one really long verse, more often than not, he hits those out of the park.
He does it really, really well.
Yeah.
He does it really well.
But yeah, Jay just
when I went back to listen to Ringmaster, I actually listened to some of our episode and then just kind of let it roll into fuck off, and I was like, man, Shags. Shags.
When he tries.
He does great.
He really tries. So, I mean, yeah, I totally... I think what the problem is there's nothing extraordinary about it. And because of that, the word that you used with everything there was fine. The instrumental's fine. Yeah. Shaggy's rapping is fine. And that's the thing. If it's just lackluster, that's almost worse than me saying that
greatest sin.
It's almost worse than, wow, this track is garbage because of this reason, or this track is fucking amazing because of this.
Right.
Having no reaction is worse than having a bad reaction sometimes. Says the person who watches professional wrestling and bases all of their all the reactions of wrestlers on how good they are. That's the thing. For a track to not do anything and not really resonate or stay in my mind after the fact, which this one is, unfortunately suffers for that. That's the issue that I have with it, and I think that might be why. It's average. And nobody wants an average ICP song.
Right. Yeah. The note that I took down was that it's okay, but it's just kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right. Up next, track 15. Bleh. Angels Falling.
She had a bright future ahead of her. She could have gone to enormous possibility.
I climbed up the tree in the back and got on my rooftop with my 22. It's hot with little pop. Started busting off shots, aiming all at the sky. I emptied out the gun, busting all at the sky. Then I went and stole a bow and arrow from my dad. To the arrow tips I tied gasoline-soaked rags. Climbed up with the zipper, lit them off in the sky. A trail of black smoke leading off in the sky. I bought some Chinese stars from the Kung Fu surplus. They had them under the glass. I made the purchase. Climbed up and I whizzed them off in the sky. Even stood up on the chimney, wisdom off in the sky. Then I found a double barrel with shells at Walmart. I threw it in next to the Faygo in my shopping cart. I got home, climbed up and blew it off in the sky. 3:20 in the morning, busting off at the sky. I got a blowgun too, a real one at that. I dipped the tips in poison, lay up on my back, and now they piercing through the air straight up into the sky. It's like the only thing you hear is pew into the sky.
I know there's a hook.
Yeah,
it's gotta be here
You got
somewhere.
a wild dog. I was just letting it for a minute and then you can go. Just, you can fade it. It's fine.
It's a good hook.
I was
though.
watching. I was reading the verse as it goes on, and it just and I was like, okay, well, we're about a minute in, so you can stop.
Yeah, this is one verse hook end, right?
Yes.
Yep.
There's one verse, and
I didn't
and
realize
the hook,
that. That's
and
right.
the hook just repeats. It's eight times.
It's just one verse long. for this
I'll
whole
cut
song.
it in so we have it.
Yeah.
I'll do a little fade. I'll do a fancy little crossfade.
Okay.
into it. It'll be awesome.
And the hook is done by one Michelle Rapp, better known as Sugar Slam.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's really cool.
Definitely Sugar Slam. She is such a distinct voice.
Oh, I love that.
And I think that we first heard her, I think a couple albums ago. I don't remember on what, but yeah, from like 2003 on, she pops on a lot of tracks, doing background stuff, whether she's singing or even just doing some kind of vocal, where she's talking. But yeah, this was one of the first real prominent ones, that she was on. So.
This is an interesting song, like, conceptually.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, his actual, like, execution in it is, but, like, conceptually, the idea of just, like, somebody that I care for died, and I want them back, and I'm really mad at heaven for taking them. Except for also the line where he suggests that she just didn't hold on purpose.
Yeah, that's
like,
the only
Jay,
part that I really am just kind of
come
like,
on.
because I wrote, like, this is a really adorable and sad song, like the concept, and I know I use that word a lot, the concept of this track, but, these songs have such strong and direct concepts. This is, sad and a little bit adorable, except for those lines where he's just kind of resentful for no reason.
Right.
You're just kind of that's fucking whatever. But in the mind of somebody who's mourning, then maybe, who knows.
I think what you have to do with that though is on this entire album, there's nothing that's redeemable about ICP. And that line alone had to hammer that in as well for this track to follow with that as well. Like it's small, and maybe I'm like grasping at straws for there, but like, yeah, this is you're devastated that the person that you loved is gone. They died and everything, and you want anything to get them back. But that line alone of I bet she didn't even try. Like again, that resentment is selfish and shows that oh, you're only caring about yourself in this situation.
Right.
So
he is actively trying to shoot angels out of the sky.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Again, there is no song on this record where ICP have done anything that is quote unquote good and without
That's true.
without any form of negative consequence. And this is just that, I think that's just that one line that also has to do that for this song as well.
Yeah, this song is definitely the closest we get to that, because, you know, the whole thing is just, even at its most playful, it's like, I collect human heads. And it's like, well, we can agree that's bad, of course. But this one, you know, there's nothing really bad that he's doing. It's all just for the sake of missing somebody, wanting them back, and all this stuff. But yeah, that one line really pushes it and just being like, it's selfish. It's not good. But, you know, as is the entire album. So that's fine.
There's also like a weird thing in the context of it where it's like, it's very human, where like, regardless of what you believe about like life after death, like you still fear death. And like, even if in your mind you're absolutely certain that somebody is like in heaven or something, you're also like your mind is still like, they're gone. Like,
right.
That's it.
Right.
Like you don't, like, people still think about the fact, like, they still think of it as they're gone and I don't see them anymore, and not like, I will see them someday again.
Yep.
And like, that's where this guy goes to. And it's like, interesting. I've been reading Plato with a reading group, and like, one of the things that he talks about in creating a state is that the people who will fight and like do war for the state are not allowed to grow up hearing stories of like people mourning death, or, you know, like any negative things like associated with death, because he wants them to grow up believing that death is just a cool thing. It's fine, whatever.
Wow.
Like, that's how he wants the warriors to be in his ideal conception of a state. And I'm like, that's interesting.
It is very interesting.
Like, it's just a celebration of like, they're dead and that's fine. You know, their life was good, and it's not sad that they're gone.
The imagery at the end of these this track, where with all of the angels kind of falling from the sky, and he's not stopping until he finds the one that he's looking for, you know. Really beautiful stuff to me, you know. That's really nicely done. And I could be wrong, I probably am wrong, but in my notes here, I'm curious, is this the only reference of Faygo on the album?
They've referenced it here and there, I think.
Really?
You know what?
Because this was the only time I noticed it on the album, is because he actually says the word Faygo. And I go, are they talking about Faygo on this album? Because usually it's kind of sprinkled throughout the album. This is the first time I noticed it. There's probably somewhere earlier, but this is the only time I noticed it last night.
You might actually be right. I've been looking at the lyrics throughout this album while we're recording, and I don't actually see that, so you might be right.
That's
Maybe.
Possible.
Maybe.
I do not recall.
You can reference
it's a very,
Faygo
very
and Hell's
rare...
Pip. You can reference Faygo and Hell's Pip, but not Juggalos.
Not Juggalos, no. You can get close, but yeah.
My big problem is that, like, I do have, like, absolutely terrible memory, so, like, I kind of, like, re-experience the songs and remember what they're like while we're listening to them. So, like, any references to stuff that happens in them after that fact, like, my brain is just blanked on
You're
them.
like, I don't fucking know, you tell me.
Yeah, you really don't hold memory for more than an hour now that I think about it.
It's sad, you know?
It's depressing, yeah. I might make a phone call about it later.
All right, well, we are we're hitting the final stride.
All right.
Coming in. Track number 16. Manic Depressive.
In my mind's eye, you throw wickedness at me. I'm just a toy to you. I bring no real joy to you. The way I see it, you don't want me here no more. You want a hole in my forehead and blood pouring on the floor, 'cause I'm so dirty. Fucking dirty and shoddy. I want a part of this body that's hated by everybody. Sometimes I don't know why I continue to try. It's so much easier to die than to get by, and to get by, and to get by, and to get by.
So Shmeev,
Yes,
I hit you up a few days ago.
you did.
saying that I really enjoyed how this album was structured, except for this song.
Yes.
We have very, very, very similar tastes on this album. I fucking hate this song.
I absolutely despise this track.
Oh, thank you. I don't like this fucking track at all.
It does nothing for me, and the fact that it is the second to last song really irks me. Its placement is far too slow for where it is, and given it that it is, in a weird sense, the last quote-unquote track, original song on here, it really, really bothers me. I would have been fine with I would have been fine with Angels Falling being the last one. If you would have had Manic Depressive be a couple tracks before, I think it would have been structured just a bit better. Or if you didn't fucking song on there at all.
I completely agree. To remove it would have been the best choice. To put it somewhere on the album that wasn't right here would be fine, you know?
We already have Suicide Hotline, which does everything that this song tries to do.
Right.
It really, and it does it extremely better. This track, I don't like the instrumental.
The instrumental's boring to me.
I don't like anything about it. Like, this is the most passion that I've had in dislike on this record.
They could have sampled Manic Depression from Jimi Hendrix, and it could have been good.
I don't think they would have had the money for
it. The instrumental is mostly a beat. It's mostly just percussion driven, and its pacing, the song's pacing is not very good to me, and that's mostly what I said here. The instrumental is just really boring to me. I've always hated this song from when I was a kid. Since the album came out, I reach this song and I go, okay, that's okay, whatever. Kind of an odd choice for the end there. But I do have a lot to say about this track on the remix album. I had only heard the remix album for the first time in my life about a month ago. Because I was just looking for new stuff to listen to, and I was listening to a lot of Juggalo shit at the time.
Right.
And I was like, you know what I've never really checked out? Like, I've heard it maybe one time as a teenager, but never really started listening to it, was that remix album. And, because I love these two records a lot. Let's hear what, these other producers have to... and like that one has like Mikey Clark all over it, and at least all over the Shangri-La portion of it. Mm-hmm. But on this album, on this song in particular, originally produced by Isham and I guess finally Jay, Fritz the Cat does something wildly different to it, and it makes me really like the song. Like, I actually, not as a part of this album, but just as an individual track, the instrumentation is beautiful. There's, orchestral instruments, there's reverse sounds, there's nice, classical guitar on it, and it adds a layer of authenticity to the lyrics. When he's actually saying all these lyrics that kind of read as being corny to me when I hear him over this beat, but when I hear those same lyrics over this new instrumental, I think Fritz the Cat just nails it. It's much more... It's much more sad, and I think it sort of encompasses that manic depressive theme that they were going for a lot better. And he makes it a much prettier song, even if the melody of the lyrics isn't pretty. It's quite ugly, really. The remix I've learned to love over the last month, and I'll just listen to it, I don't know, every few days. I'll just be like, man, that's really, really pretty. So I think Fritz the Cat nailed the remix. That should have been on the album. They shouldn't have had him just stop there. He should have had some say in Manic Depressive because he made the song good. The album version, it's always a skip for me. Always a skip. I pretty much stopped listening after Angels Falling. I'm just like, okay, well, there's where the album should have fucking ended.
I'm actually glad that you brought that up because I was literally just going to say I haven't heard the remix one in actual years, so I can't wait for whenever we talk about the remix album to hear that version.
Revisit that. Yeah, it's a beautiful version.
It's really sad whenever I'm just listening to my regular music and there'll be songs that come up randomly and I'm like, okay, cool, I can listen to this. But if it's something that we're going to be doing really, really soon or something that we just finished doing, I won't touch it until then.
Wow.
Or if it's one that we did recently, I'm like, okay, no, I have to, stop listening to this for a little bit. I gotta listen to some other stuff and then, work my way back into it. It's the same way whenever I go to concerts. It'll be a couple days before a concert and I'll exclusively listen to music from that artist. And then I'll still listen to it for another day or two. You know, and then the post-concert depression hits, and then I'm like, okay, well, I have to listen to something else now.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah,
I forget that I can't go back to that.
Exactly. So yeah, I can't wait to listen to the remix, but I won't get to for, you know, another fucking 10 episodes or something. I can't remember.
I think you're gonna really enjoy it. It really, like, thinking about it now in my head, if they had ended the album with that instrumentation and how soft and orchestral that was, maybe got rid of Shaggy's end of that song too, because that, you know, that kind of sucks to me as well.
Right.
If it was just Jay and his verses and how sad that they are with that lush orchestration, I think that would have been a really good end to this album.
I kind of like the way that Shaggy's verse is structured for, like, just like the repetition of it and the way that he goes through it. I think it could work if you frame it in a way. I don't know how, but like I know that there are good ways. There's a cool way that you can do what he has here. It almost sounds like something that you would hear like chanted in the background of something,
right?
Like over like a slower like while somebody's like singing something, you would hear like what he's doing in the background of it, and I think that could work really well. I just don't know how it would fit into this track.
Oh, I've just looked up the lyrics to that. That Shaggy's verse there is the one that's there's like, I don't want to do this and that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was imagining a completely different verse for the end of the song because I'm always fucking skipping it. But no, I agree that the structure of this really isn't that bad. I think it just kind of fits in the song in a weird way. But the lyrics to it, I think, are really good. And even that as an end of the album, or especially an end to this song called Manic Depressive, it could have worked really well. I think that's why I don't like this song. Like, after finding the remix of it, I don't like this song even more. Because I'm just like,
potential that just is kind of wasted.
I know what it, you know, this album could have ended like that, and that would have been awesome. You know, that would have been really good. But instead, we just have a song that I skip every time now.
I appreciate it at the very least for teaching me that manic depressive is an outdated term for bipolar disorder.
Right.
I was not aware of that.
And just one final note that I thought about, and I hope you guys laugh at. The first line, in my mind's eye. After that, I could have swore every time I heard, because I never looked at the lyrics, it sounds like he says, "You throw a Guinness at me."
That's good.
So I can't tell if a beer is being thrown at Valentin's head or a book of world records.
Yeah.
But that is literally how I've always heard that until, no joke, today.
Really?
when I looked at the lyrics.
When you read the lyrics, you go, wickedness? What? That's not a book at all.
So just chucking a beer stein at Jay.
So
it's probably happened before. I suspect he's had a Guinness chucked at him on stage.
I'm sure.
I wonder, has he gone to Ireland? No, never mind. They wouldn't waste it. They would not waste it. They would not.
Damn. So yeah, that's Manic Depressive. I think we are ready to go on to track what, Mike?
Well, let's see. The last one was 16. Before that would have been 15.
Right.
Yeah.
17!
That's real underground, baby.
Underground, baby. Real underground, baby. This clown don't smile and honk your nose. This clown don't wear pink goofy clothes. And this clown don't mind your hatred for me. You get turned into a dead corpse right before me. Real underground, baby. And the preacher man said, hallelujah. And the preacher man said, hallelujah. And the preacher man said, hallelujah. Me and the witch gonna do it. And the preacher man said, hallelujah. And the preacher man said,
So I think you just leave it like low.
I'm just gonna bring this down. Let it keep playing. This is a 12-minute and 36-second song. Now I actually appreciate the existence of this. I think I brought this up to you. This album is as long as the Wraith Shangri-La. It is an hour and 4 minutes and some change. That is a long album.
It's not
However,
respectful of our time.
if you take these 12 minutes away from it, it comes out to 50-something minutes, 52 minutes or so. And that's pretty manageable. The rest of it feels pretty short. So in my listens, I feel like I got here in a decent time. And so whenever I hear this, I'm like, I know I'm at the end. And I don't feel quite like I was hit with this outrageously long album. It feels shorter when all of that time is condensed to the end of the album for me. It's psychological. But it's like if The Unveiling had nothing else going on for it except for the parts after the Unveiling section of it.
Yeah,
like that's what this track
I remember
is.
when I texted you, and I was like,
oh, hold up.
We gotta hear it.
Yeah. I was like, Real Underground Baby is like, they took The Unveiling and were like, how can we make something longer than this, but also not as significant? And this is what
That's
they
exactly
did.
what I was gonna say. That's exactly. I was just like it feels like they were like, let's take that Unveiling and like, I don't know, like, do you want to fuck around and make it bad? And they were like, yeah, let's do that.
There's good stuff
I love
in
this
here.
part right here.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely love this fucking part.
Real underground, baby. I'm hiding under the floor like Saddam, but I'm doing it because
It's a cool line. It's a cool fucking line to me.
I like the Candyman quote.
I don't hate the song individually, but I have to tell you, I hate the fucking song on the album.
Yeah.
My
this
only
was a
note for this song,
Go ahead.
like my only note for this song is just no. Like, it just says no on it, because I'm just like, I like, if I'm listening to Hell's Pit as an album, I'm stopping before this song, but sometimes I'll just want to listen to this song alone. Because there's a lot of dope parts in it, but it feels like it was done very quickly. It feels like they were like, ah, shit, we need 17 tracks. But Jay, the album comes out in 2 hours. You know, they're like, okay, well let's do a remix song
put
then.
this beat down.
Quick. It just feels very, very weird to me on the album personally, and I just don't like it a part of Hell's Pit. I like the song, and they're making little references to the witch and stuff. It just feels very out of place, and it doesn't feel like an appropriate end. Like, it feels like it should be a bonus track on one of the DVDs that came with the album. But a part of the finished album, I don't know. I personally don't like it.
Yeah, it's definitely like kind of a left field one, because at least with The Unveiling, it was, hey, we're telling you about what the Dark Carnival actually is and everything. And the samples that were strewn around on that song were, more often than not, most of them at the very least, kind of indirect references that were saying, like, oh yeah, like, we've been saying this for years.
Right.
So that's why, you know, we're putting these on here. On this album, or on this song rather, all the samples are just samples. They're here to exist. They're not helping to really add anything to the concept of Hell's Pit, the record.
Not at all.
Or anything about, you know, the witch, or anything like that. You know, it's like they just grabbed... I mean, I do appreciate that they went in order of what the Joker cards are for their samples. I think that's kind of cool. And they did choose some pretty cool samples to go with.
This was actually the reason I went back to listen to the Loons.
Oh, really?
Because they have the hook on here.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, it's... I think the fact that, like, there's so many sections, like, right now, where it's just beat and there's no words to it, because this song is 12 minutes long, that makes it feel longer. And so it kind of drags. And there actually is a video for this.
Really?
It's on one of the two Hell's Pit DVDs. I think it's the one that I have, actually.
Oh, yeah, come with the DVD,
It's mostly just concert footage, and then they kind of have like a fade-in effect that like flashes the Joker card
my God.
of whatever song is playing.
You're unlocking such an old memory in my brain right now. I'm like, I saw that. I witnessed it as a little insufferable teen, and then haven't seen it since then. But yeah, I definitely saw that. And it was on the DVD.
And now later today, since you're not listening to the whole album, you're gonna go on YouTube and you're gonna look up the video for Real Underground Baby.
Of course. Yeah, I specifically remember all of the Joker's cards kind of fading in and out, and it was like concert footage and things like that. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. This, I agree with the fact that, like, they're cool remixes. I like that they're happening in a specific order. But when they introduce anything at all, I mean, like, whatever sample they use next, I'm left thinking, like, yeah, what the fuck does that have to do with this album? Like, it's not... It doesn't feel purposeful like, The Unveiling had all of that. It was like, there was reason behind that. And it was just kind of odd to end both albums with different remixes.
If there's one thing that the Wraith Shangri-La really makes me think about, it's suck my nuts, bitch. Fuck you.
Well, that's what, I mean, even when I listen to The Unveiling, and I'm like, okay, well, there's all these random references of, that could be certain with, like, of what God is.
They're all partying.
But, like, whenever they sampled, like, the dirt ball on there, this is our world, this is our world, this is our world, to get the fuck out.
Right.
Like, what does that do? And I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's just, like, they're referencing, like, the Juggalo world. Okay, fine. But yeah, suck my nuts, bitch, fuck you. That is nothing.
I mean, like, they are very much still, like, even, like, throughout it, they're sitting there, like, whenever they do, like, the we're not sorry if we tricked you thing, I mean, they are kind of taunting people in their own way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that almost feels appropriate to me, because it's the whole part leading up to that where it's like, we don't give a fuck if we tricked you. We don't care about anything. This is how we are. This is how we've always been. It's always been there. If you don't want to be a part of it, fuck you,
Yeah.
And that encompasses a lot of Juggalo, but just almost like the ideals of being a Juggalo is just like, I am this way, and suck my nuts. Like, that's it. So it's not a perfect placement, but I think it works a lot better than this track for sure.
Yeah, this track is just very out of place. It is literally just, we want to do the thing that we did, but
right.
They just don't know how to fit it in.
Which is not to say that I don't like it. I do like this song individually, but to end the album with it, I was always like, man, a hidden track? Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. But it is its own track.
What they should have done with this song, make it a track 2 of a Hallow Wicked single.
Oh, definitely.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Like, you make the song so you want people to hear it, give it away at a gathering, give it away on a Hallow Wicked single, not be the Hallow Wicked single, because that would piss people off. Because they want to hear that brand new one. I think, what was 2004? That was Murder Cloak. Yeah, that was Murder Cloak. So you have to have that. But if you put this as a second track on there, people would love it. They would jam the fuck to it.
Yeah, it's a fun song to listen to.
So there is something that I would like to read real quick.
Please do.
Again, this is regarding who took the chicken off the plate and put it in the fridge.
I sent you the annotation, right?
No, I just looked it up.
Yeah, it's great.
You sent me the Instagram video of him
Yeah,
doing
there was an Instagram video recently. Yeah.
Yes.
So let me read this real quick. During episode 13 of the Shaggy and the Creep podcast, Shaggy was asked why he took the chicken off the plate and put it in the fridge. He answered,
"Oh my god."
At the time, I was really, really, really heavy into chicken sandwiches. Some were concerned. I had a lot of people concerned about me. It was a rough time, It didn't matter what kind of chicken sandwich. It could have been a grilled chicken breast, It could have been a McChicken. It could have been a pulled chicken sandwich. I was just spiraling down a bad path with chicken sandwiches. Not a part of my life I like to talk about too much, I hurt a lot of people in the process. I lost my family. Thank God they came to an understanding about me and my chicken, and they came back. But I was very lucky, So I don't want to delve into that too much, because it's a really bad part of my life. We'll just keep it at that for now. Maybe one day I'll be willing to talk about it.
And for that alone, I love Shaggy too.
Yeah, of course.
It's so good.
And I've said this before on the podcast. If you don't follow Shaggy 2Dub on Instagram, what are you doing with your life? Because his Instagram is amazing.
So good.
His Instagram is amazing.
The ICP official Twitter account and the Instagram account, it's what it is.
Yeah.
It's fine. And then Jay has his own.
That he barely runs.
it's just worse, you know. But Shaggy jumped right into it and was just like, all right, I'm gonna practically be a fucking influencer. He just really did the whole thing correctly, and then he's doing the that Shaggy and the creep shit that he's doing, and he's doing Twitch streams. He's just really making it happen, which is cool because it seems like Jay's like very much just ignoring the internet, you know.
Well, yeah, he's a bitter old man. Shaggy will tell you, you know how you prevent coronavirus? Eat some dirt. Build up your immune system. You'll be fine.
Dirt don't hurt.
I love that whenever he was in the hospital because I think he had back or neck surgery, and people were so concerned that he got COVID because it was like right whenever like it was starting to blow the fuck up, so people were like really worried, you know. And then, you know, sometimes he just decides to try and dropkick Fred Durst.
Yep.
Everybody makes bad decisions.
I forgot about that.
So yeah, Real Underground Baby is a song that was created, and
it is.
It sure does exist.
And we have listened to almost all of it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's coming up at the end of it.
Really? Wow.
But yeah, at the
time.
very least, it got me to go back and listen to some Ringmaster stuff. And you know what? Thanks, Real Underground Baby.
And I mean, they played the sample from the really good version of Chicken Huntin'.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh wow, the song's actually ending now.
Leave my house.
I'm not at your
I'm throwing my tablet out the window. You're not allowed in here anymore.
There we go.
There it is. There's the album.
It wraps right back around into the intro, actually, like very nicely.
And just hearing it all the way through then, because I haven't heard the song all the way through in a while. Yeah, I got to double down, say it's a bad choice for the end of the album. it's not. I think it's a great song, but it's got fuck all to do with the whole, like, we spoke so highly on how conceptual this album was all the way through.
And then
at the end they were like,
window at the end.
Let's do the chicken plate fridge shit. Yeah, that'd be fun. Because it is fun, you know, it's fun.
Yeah.
Hidden track.
Yeah.
Sampler.
Shouldn't have
Forgotten Freshness, something, you know?
Oh, yeah, they could have put this on in Forgotten Freshness, no problem.
Yeah.
Could have done that easily, but
they'd have been like, oh, yeah, we were having a lot of fun, not whenever we did the Wraith Hell's Pit. We cooked this up, and it was going to be the end, but we came up with a better song that you actually heard at the end of Hell's Pit. I don't really know how else you could have ended Hell's Pit, though. I mean, or unless they made two other songs, because we already decided to get rid of Manic Depressive.
All right.
I know that there was a lot of B-sides and stuff. There was Hell Cellar, right?
Well, yeah, and then there were other B-sides that were on Forgotten Freshness 4, which we'll get to. So yeah, there were other songs, and even they say in the description for a couple of them that, like, they had them on the website playing in the background. People were like, yo, what is this song? So that's going to be interesting because Forgotten Freshness 4 was the first ICP album I ever bought. So
wow, cool.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's what happens whenever you want to get as many songs as possible and don't have a lot of money, because that 2-disc album costs $13 at my local FYE, and I was like, well, I guess I'm going with this. Weird choice, but that's how it was.
I own Hell Cellar on vinyl. I was just one of those people that was like, gotta have it, because they hyped it up so much. They were just like, we've uncovered these tracks, and I was like, I love Hell's Pit. Hell's Pit's one of my favorite albums. I gotta own that vinyl. Gotta say, it took like a year for it to get here. Like, it took so fucking long for it to get here.
I'm not surprised.
But their records, I don't know if you guys actually collect vinyl or anything, but their records are always, they're hit or miss, but they're usually hit. Like, they'll put out a really nice product, except when they don't. Hell's Pit wasn't that good. Hell Cellar sucked as a vinyl. I didn't really love the songs on it. And then the funniest part about Hell's Pit is that when you open it up, there's a picture of them from that era on the inside, but it's just like a very old pixelated JPEG of it. Blown up, printed on the actual, like, and I was like, what the fuck? You don't have any shots from you guys then? Like, it looks like this is just like a 500 KB JPEG that you blew up in the studio. Like, this, oh my god, this is so bad. So
I didn't even know that they made a vinyl for Hell's Pit. I knew they had the Hell Cellar one, but I didn't know that they... I don't have an actual record player, unfortunately, but I have been collecting a lot of the vinyls. I still need to get one. I've been very lucky I own one of the Wraith vinyls, and actually I'm in the process of buying one of the die-cut Wraith singles, for Not an Arm and a Leg. I'm just waiting on a response from the person.
Wait. You own Shangri-La on vinyl?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's
I have the
something,
Wraith
man.
and I have Riddlebox, which I know are two of the
Wow.
really hard ones. I'm sad that I missed out on both Malenkos from a couple of years back. Unfortunately, I didn't. The record store that I went to did not have them. I was super pissed. But
owning Shangri-La on vinyl is nothing to sneeze at. That's not because all of these new things like Malenko and there was a Ringmaster recently, and they're repressing a lot of old stuff now. They did like Dark Lotus. They did
but not the good one.
No, they did not. They did Wizard of the Hood, which I was really excited for because I fucking love that album, and I got that on vinyl. But Shangri-La hasn't been repressed yet. So this is an old pressing you own. This is a very, very old pressing.
They've only made 1,000. They only made 1,000 of them.
You're very lucky to own that. That's a really, really great album.
Yeah. The worst part about that, though, the worst part about it was whenever I got it, I was bidding for it on eBay, and somebody who lives in the same apartment as me decided to bid against me because they were going to get it. Because they were going to get it for me. So it went up for a lot more than I intended to originally pay.
So you're bidding against yourself, essentially.
But I owned it, so it was okay. So, yeah.
I also have Riddlebox on vinyl. I'm very proud of that one.
I used to have two of them.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Their repressings, they sound good. They sound pretty good, and sometimes I'll even play with doing like a heavier vinyl weight.
The 180 grams.
Yeah, exactly. So that's always been good. But yeah, they did Hell's Pit somewhat recently, and I jumped on that because I love the album so much. The variant is really beautiful. It's like black and red. It looks like flames.
Nice.
And it's really, really good to own. But I've only spun it, a couple times because I also, I do own a record player, but how often am I actually listening to vinyl? Like I have to be in the mood. I have to put it on. Most of their albums are double LPs anyway, so it's like, am I really going to put an album on?
Yeah.
Flip it. Change it, flip it, just to hear it. No, just listen to it on fucking Spotify. It's gonna play through the same speakers,
Exactly.
I mean, I do want to get a record player at some point, just for some of the stuff that I only have like a bunch of weird shit on vinyl, like I've got like my Mega Ran stuff. I got like Coheed and Cambria stuff for my bonus things, Samus album, and I also have The Lustful Sex Life of a Perverted Nympho Housewife, which I technically consider a Juggalo album because it's used on
Tunnel of Love.
Tunnel of Love and
that was
other
the one
things.
that they sampled. So, after all said and done, that was Hell's Pit.
That's Hell's Pit. I need to get a new notebook.
You better. So, holy hell, we've talked for like 3.5 hours, which...
We sure have.
I don't mind. I'm sorry that, Shmeev, you have to do all this editing. But
whatever.
That was Hell's Pit. This was a... We said it was a dark album. It was one that they had to make. I think this is what some people maybe wanted the Wraith to be when it first came out in 2002. But I mean, we heard countless times that Jay said, the Wraith, every lyric, we stand by it. This is the record we had to make, and so that's what Ray Shangri-La was. This is not a first album that you give to somebody who wants to listen to ICP.
Nope.
No.
It is not.
No.
It is not indicative of the rest of their music. That was the note that I wanted that I took earlier, and I was going to say it. And I was like, no, I'll save this for the end. But it is not something that they're like, oh, you listen to this Insane Clown Posse. What album would you say I should try first? This is not what you hand them. You hand them
Never.
You just hand them Malenko.
Malenko is it all the time. Yeah, here's Malenko. You'll
time.
Probably like it or hate it, and this will determine like whether or not you have that Juggalo blood inside you.
Right, and that's the thing. Like I said, this was an album I didn't care for when I was younger, and that's because I hadn't fully experienced life yet and seen how shitty life can be and how much suck the world has sometimes.
Right.
So a lot of the songs didn't really hit with me, and nowadays, like, in a bad way, they do resonate, but it's like, okay, well, I can at least appreciate the music more now. And there's more of these songs that get a regular spin for me. But this would be the last that they would... I mean, they didn't even talk really about the Dark Carnival on this album, even though it's technically the other half of the Joker's card. The Dark Carnival saga was done in 2002. and we wouldn't have anything else Dark Carnival related until 2009. So where the fuck do the clowns go from here?
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out as it goes on, but what are your guys' final thoughts on it?
I don't even know.
It is a, though it's not a quintessential ICP, I mean, I don't even want to say quintessential. To me, this is an incredibly important album, but it's not, you had mentioned it's not like a typical ICP album, and it's true. It's very different. It follows a different path, but I think it's a dope album. It's a really dark album. It's a really, really good album from start to finish. The concepts on it are really strong, and they're following it harder than they ever have before. It's an important album for me, obviously, because I didn't go to school. I went home, I listened to it with headphones, just read every lyric. I connected with it really early on, because that was the first album I ran out and bought record store same day. I was so excited for it. I think it's great. And I also think that it's, what was it, like 3 hours ago at this point when we were talking a little bit about Shangri-La, you had mentioned that he references this album on that album, and it's true. And I have to say, it's so funny for him to say, "This shit is called Hell's Pit, run out and get it," 2 years before the album drops. Like, he drops that song, and then we're just like, well, I guess he's just future-proofing the song. And he did, and it's fine. But there was a 2-year gap where you couldn't run out and get that fucking album.
And it was supposed to be only 1 year. He said at the gathering it was going to be a year after on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Fail.
That's true, he did. Wow. You're unlocking a lot of just ancient memories. He did say that at the gathering. Jay is a liar. But my final thoughts are just that it's great. It's really wonderful. I think it's so conceptual. It's so nice. They fall short sometimes, but when they nail it, they nail it. It gets more dark than ICP usually would. And lyrically, I think it's some of their best work just as rappers. Just not as like kooky killer clowns, just as rappers. They throw out a lot of verses here that I'm like, you nailed it. You just straight up fucking nailed it. This is a good verse compared to many other rappers who aren't in the Juggalo world at all. This is just a great verse. And I love to see them actually do that.
Oh, Shmeev?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was really good. I did not think that I was going to enjoy this album as much as I did, like, because The Wraith is really good. Like, I like The Wraith Shangri-La. It's a fucking great album. I really love it. But no, I actually did really like this a lot. There's, like, again, like we've talked about it throughout this whole album, that they have a concept and they stick to it very well. It's very well fleshed out. This wasn't a hard listen. Like, I have a hard time, like, listening through albums sometimes, just because it's just hard to do for me sometimes. I just can't focus on things. This is an easy listen. Like, it does not feel like it drags very much. And it's engaging. It's like relatively thought-provoking at times, and that's cool. Like, they have, like, it evokes a lot of images in the mind, which is, like, just good. Like, they did a good fucking job. It's just really good. If I was going to take 3 tracks off of this album.
No, you don't take 3 tracks off.
If I was going to take 3 tracks off to keep with me forever.
Your 3 favorites and the one you're getting rid of.
In My Room. It's great. It's a fucking great song.
Amazing track.
Probably Bowling Balls. It's fun, and we have a good time. And this last one's going to be hard. I'd probably go with Suicide Hotline.
There you go.
That's tight.
Mitch?
So is it...
Oh, I'd get rid of... I think we'd all get rid of Manic Depressive.
Yeah, we're all getting rid of Manic Depressive. Is that right?
So is it 2 of our favorites, 1 we would cut?
3 favorites.
3 favorites and
3
1
favorites,
to cut.
okay. Man, I love this whole fucking album. I would say, In My Room is an easy one for me. Sedatives, and then maybe Suicide Hotline. And then if I got to cut one, if we're all just agreeing that, Manic Depressive is the one, then my second choice would be I would get Real Underground Baby the fuck out of here.
That's fair.
Fair, yeah.
All right, I am going with, my faves are Suicide Hotline, Truly Alone.
I almost picked that, yeah.
And In My Room. Those ones really hit for me. Nice. It was... I almost didn't have Truly Alone because I was like, Bowling Balls is still fun, but no, it's Truly Alone. And then fuck Manic Depressive. I can't. Fucking can't with that song.
That's so bad.
Like I'm.
That's 3 for 3 on In My Room.
Yeah,
though. Hell yeah.
I almost
It's
never had
just
it.
the
And Suicide Hotline.
standout track.
Yeah.
Didn't you choose Suicide
Yeah, we
Hotline?
all picked Suicide Hotline. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, those are the standout tracks, man. I kind of love In My Room. We
It's-
just have a
this is
whole
a damn
episode about In My
solid-
Room. How
This is a damn solid record for real. So,
All right. We would like to thank you so much for coming on this show.
Guys, it was an
for
honor.
3.5 hours.
it is. I'm sitting here. I'm sweaty because I can't have my fan on right now, and it's like
Same.
90 degrees in
Same.
California. Yeah,
It's hot as shit
so
in here.
hot right now, but it was worth it. We did it for the greater good. We did it because we're down. It was an honor to be on the show. It was a lot of fun, guys.
It's an honor to have you, man.
yes, I really enjoyed this. So please, everybody who is listening, let us know your thoughts on the record. You can hit us up on our various social medias. You can hit us up on our Facebook,
Juggalo Judgment.
our Twitter,
At Juggalo Judgment.
our Instagram.
At Juggalo Judgment.
You can hit us up with an email.
JuggaloJudgment@gmail.com.
You can hit up our personal Twitters if you'd like.
At Shmeev.
At Mike Spawn, the SEJ, and I'm also available on Instagram as at Straight Edge Juggalo.
Mitch, you
what
do
you got
things on
going
the internet.
Let's see. I make music for a living still. I've been doing this for a long time. If you want to check out my music, you really do not have to. I make a completely different genre than Juggalo shit, but I am myself a Juggalo. My music project is called Flat Sound. You can go to flatsound.org or search it on Spotify or do anything like that. But again, don't feel inclined. But I do have a podcast that you might like. It's called All the Space in Between. I do it with my partner. It's a weekly podcast. It's an advice show where we go on there and just give like half-ass advice to people who are like, oh no, I pissed the bed. And we're like, you're an idiot. So we have a weekly show. It's called All the Space in Between. You can listen to it by going to allthespaceinbetween.com or searching All the Space in Between on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, all of those things. So check it out if you want. But if you don't, that's cool too.
I'm going to, and you can't stop me.
Right.
I can. I'll delete it right now.
No!
And we'll make sure that we have links for that in our description so that everybody can check that out at their leisure.
Cool. Thank you guys so much.
Yes. So thank you very much for being on the show. This was a fucking blast. I loved it. And maybe further on down the line, maybe we can get you on another episode because
Whenever you guys want. I'm always down to talk Juggalo shit.
Because I want to point something out. You know your fucking shit, and I clearly have to step up my fucking game on this podcast.
I love to hear it. I love to hear that shit. Yeah, when I'll often talk to Juggalos sometimes who are just like, oh yeah, I love ICP2. And I'm like, cool. And then they'll only talk about songs off of Malenko, and I go, fuck, you misled me.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, so for me to be on this podcast, because I found this podcast I was bored one night, months and months ago, and I was like, I want to listen to some Juggalo content, and I just searched Juggalo on Apple Podcasts, and your guys' podcast, first one that came out was Juggalo Judgment, cool. And I started listening. I just clicked on some random episodes that I liked the albums of, and I loved the structure of it. I loved that you guys were not pieces of shit. That was really cool. I was like, hey, they're actually kind of progressive and cool dudes. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So that same night I reached out and I was like, have me on the show, please. I also podcast. I'm an artist and I'm a Juggalo. How dare you not have me on the show? Don't say no. So I really want to do the show, and I'm happy that I got to. You guys have a great podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Means
very much.
a lot.
All right then. Well, I think that's about all that we need to do for taking up nearly 4 hours of our listeners' time.
There's only one thing left to do, y'all.
One, and that is
finish your motherfucking Faygos. I already finished mine like an hour ago.
I have not, because I'm at 2.5 later.
Yeah, I got no water
Peace
left.
out, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Faces, people know all the names. The hair is there and all the brains. Your head would mean so much to me. Your head would mean so much to me. I won't diss you. You wanna wear a hat? What? How you want your eyelids open or shut? Your head would mean